Amazing healthcare just around the corner.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the personal injury law firm of Kaufman and Lynch studio. Car accidents, other injuries? Call pound 546 from your cell or visit whenyouneedus.com. You're listening to WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere with the iHeartRadio app. Now number 1 for podcasting. We are an iHeart radio station.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Text the nationwide keyword GREEN, GREEN. Green to the number 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's green to the number 200-200. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. You are now listening to the Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
That's right, guys. Here we go on a Wednesday edition of the Jim Colbert Show. Thanks so much for tuning in. We do have a stacked program for you today, for sure. We'll get you caught up on what's happening out there with Deb's Woke News. Animal House today at 4 o'clock. Cora Burcham joins us from the Save the Manatee Club. We'll have Scott Maxwell on as well from the Orlando Sentinel. Ross Thoughts, Chase Padgett joins us today in the 6 o'clock hour.
Great.
Alter Ego coming up again, I believe, tonight or tomorrow night.
Tonight,
that's right. And we'll talk to Chase. Plus, we'll have Last Call and Ross Thoughts as well. Welcome to the program. I am Jim. To my left, my lovely and very dangerous co-host, Ms. Deb Roberts.
Oh, well, hello there.
Straight ahead producer, Jack Bradshaw.
Good afternoon.
Comedy alien Ross Padgett.
well, look who it is, Jim.
407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Find us on social easily. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok at The Jim Colbert Show. On Twitter, it's just at Jim Colbert Show. You can follow us easily just by watching the stream at JimColbertLive.com. Great fade, Jack. And take us wherever you go using the iHeartRadio app. Jack is cashed out. He's on his way home.
I know Ross
That's
is
the
like
worst fade ever in the history of radio fades.
because Ross, it's like he wasn't done. He did his greeting, but obviously wanted more time than you were willing to give him, which is the normal amount of time.
Look, this is this dopey thing he started doing by saying hi to me in a certain way, and for some reason
it's
it
goofy.
cracks me up.
Yeah,
look who
and
it is.
And it looks like he has more to say.
It's my new thing. Look
Oh,
who it is.
Okay, good.
Right? It sounds good.
I'm sure it's going to catch on. Add that to your T-shirt collection.
Yeah, no, this thing's catching on.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Your 3 o'clock keyword is green, GREEN. Text that to 200-200 for your shot to win that $1,000 again. It is green. Good luck. Everybody's Wednesday good so far?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, another cold front coming through.
Oh, my. Yeah, let's you and I do our weather geeking here.
Well, this is something that really, this is more than an afternoon shower. This is something that greatly affects everyone listening. right now.
Oh, yeah, because, I mean, we're still going to be like 80, 82 tomorrow, and then in the 70s Friday.
Then down she goes.
Then Saturday, and then daytime highs, not just for Sunday, but getting the kids dressed and ready and yourself ready for the new work week. Everyone's going to need a jacket because we're not going to get to 70 degrees Monday or Tuesday. Overnight lows in the 40s. So if you're going to EDC, you might want to cover up
That's right.
a little bit.
Oh, that's right. I forget. Trust me.
There's just a lot of ass walking down the sidewalks. You're going to want a little something to keep that warm.
Yeah.
Where's that happening?
I think they'll have the fuzzies of ecstasy to keep them warm.
You got your teeth chattering, your eyes are twerking.
Right? Yeah, everything's fine. You're burning calories. Trust me.
Okay.
It's gonna be a thing. Also, throwing this out here, if you are going to EDC,
you know how
drink
much
water.
energy it takes to paint a daisy?
Or
drink a lot of water. You're right.
Or Gatorade or your Sport Aid.
Yeah, anything to hydrate.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I know.
Sport Aid.
I love that when he
yeah.
throws out that deep knowledge.
Orange juice.
Just saying.
Just take
yeah.
vitamin C tablets.
The Powerade. Powerade's a good one.
Is Powerade even? Is that still a thing?
Oh, man. God, I'll just cut straight to it. No more innuendo. Rolling and ripping a sports drink?
Terrible, right?
Oh,
Yeah, we don't recommend.
It's terrible. You should never do it,
you
right?
should never do it.
Correct.
But if you do, buckle up.
It's that bad, huh?
It's
Terrible.
It's so
bad.
bad.
It's so bad. It's so bad. That's bad.
I have to say it's bad.
It is bad.
It's so bad.
You don't want to do it.
Getting your thirst quenched.
You don't
Hear
want to
that,
do
kids? Don't.
Don't do that.
Don't do it. Especially at Music Fest where nobody does it.
It's a drug PSA
Don't be the outlier.
with no other message. No underlying message. I'm not fibbing. No fib.
No fibbing?
No fibbing here.
All right, so you were out of here on Monday because you came in with a sniffle, so we had to send you home.
Yeah.
Your temperature was like 98.9.
I don't.
So you're like, oh my God, I think I'm dying. I'm going to go home.
I love how that's.
Or you begged me to stay and I threw you out. It's one of those two stories. One of those is accurate.
I'll make it through the show. Get out.
Get out.
Don't come closer to me.
I didn't even allow you within 20 feet of me. I had to get the blank out of here.
Yeah, you know, like when you wake up and it's just like really hard to swallow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I had one of those. And I knew I could do the show, but I also knew that I would have been a bad friend and coworker if I didn't tell you guys
You would be.
that like, hey, it's really hard to swallow right now.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. And you don't want to give us that heads up. So,
Exactly.
but you know what? The one thing we didn't get to talk about is this past weekend.
Oh, yeah.
You
You want to talk about that?
Well, yeah, I want you to tell me the story because I
I'll
heard
feed you.
I heard Carlos's part of the story from Monsters of the Morning. This is the mustard seed gig that you guys did this past weekend on Saturday. Carlos was the host of it, or the MC.
Yeah.
And then you were brought out to do some stand-up, 30, 40 minutes of stand-up at a charity event. And so how'd it go? I mean, he said the crowd was pretty live and looking to have a good time. Sometimes kind of difficult to corral them in.
So I'll first and foremost, the event is phenomenal. What they are doing, amazing.
Yeah.
Mustard Seed, arguably the best charity here in Central Florida. In fact, I'll go out on record and say it is the best charity in Central Florida.
I think it's the only one like it in the state, is it not, Deb?
It is. It's the only furniture and clothing bank of its kind in the entire state of Florida.
And I'm not the only one who feels that way because the people that were at this fundraiser, we're talking big dogs, Jim. Oof, oof, oof. Big dogs.
Whales, huh?
Whales.
The
Everybody.
dough. They're there for the dough.
And I go ahead, I ask Jack, I'm like, hey, what should I wear to this thing? And he said, a button up and, some pants.
Oh, yeah.
And then I followed with no hat.
No hat.
Yeah, no hat.
And I did wear a hat. I wore a beanie.
But the good thing about you, and I would usually agree with Jack, like you need to come in there in a nice pair of chinos and a shirt that says, I'm ready to pass the plate to find out God's money.
Yeah.
Like that thing. But you're a comic. And
Correct.
what you wear is kind of your costume. And if you come in there looking like everybody else, every other deacon in the joint, it's not going to work.
It's not uncommon for a Ross to be mistaken for a homeless person.
It is not.
I wouldn't say that, but
Everybody else does. You don't have to.
So I go ahead, I show up, I'm wearing a beanie, and I quickly notice that I'm the worst dressed person here.
By a million.
By a lot.
By a million.
Shocker.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you told me button up and pants. This one's on you. I would
And
have worn a
you're
suit.
wearing the beanie.
You don't want to get in there in a suit. You're
I'm
telling
not.
your jokes in a suit.
I'm wearing a beanie because it's cold, Jack.
Oh, and because you're stylish.
I wasn't trying to look like, an extra from the hit movie Out Cold. That's just how I look.
Trying to rein in that pea mop.
So I show up.
I just remembered prison piss mop. Sorry.
It took a while because I was trying to figure out what the movie Out Cold was.
I know.
but-
I was there, and
It's
then
a
I'm like, pee mop?
It's a
What's
Zach
pee mop?
Galifianakis treasure.
Oh,
He also
yeah.
bangs a jacuzzi. Look it up.
All right.
Okay. What?
Yeah,
It's hard.
take it literal.
So,
So I go ahead, I show up, and I am like, okay, the first thing I need to focus on is bringing the entertainment.
Right,
I
yeah.
need to be entertaining, and I am trying to gauge the room. I already know that the people running the event saw what I was doing, which was basically gauging the room, trying to pick up on anything that is an elephant in the room that we can talk about while the microphone's in my hand and we are making jokes and such.
And with charity events, you usually have to work relatively clean. They don't really want any questionable material, so you have to go through your set and kind of cull that out of there or figure out how you can refocus it.
Yeah, and I didn't know that. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
showed up going like, just trust yourself. I think one of my biggest strengths as a performer and specifically a stand-up comedian is that I can pick up on the vibe in front of the audience in front of me and I can figure it out. I can crack that nut and I will get these people to laugh. That's exactly what happened that night. However, it was just, I've done a lot of stand-up comedy here, Jim, and I've never done a show like that where everyone's in suits. There are politicians. There are judges. You have young people.
Were you intimidated? You sound a little intimidated.
Not intimidated, but just
pressure's on.
I just knew that I haven't done this before.
Right. And you wanted to make those important people laugh?
Extremely. More so than anything.
Right. You didn't care if all the plebeians laugh. You wanted those important suit people to laugh.
Kind of, yeah. If I'm being honest with you.
I got you, 100%.
I've done so many bar shows where I'm just like, what are you guys?
Yeah, they don't even know what language you're speaking half the time. Language. See? I don't even know what language I'm speaking.
Canceled. So I go ahead, I walk out. My opening joke is, as soon as I walk out, I say, shout out to Kathy Baldwin. Make some noise if you know who Kathy Baldwin is, who is, the big dog
executive director
of Mustard Seed, So I go ahead and say, Kathy Baldwin, shout out to her. As soon as I showed up, she looked at me and said, hey, so happy you're here. And I said, I'm happy to be here. And then she looked at me and asked, when are you going to change? And I went,
dang.
Now, you mean clothes or as a person?
I think she meant both. Okay. Let me clarify, just a joke. That never happened.
Okay, good. See, and I'm not even wearing a suit no less.
Right now, Kathy Baldwin is like, what?
I didn't say that.
I like how you guys completely believed that happened.
100%.
Oh, man.
I thought about asking you today.
I said, I'm the worst dressed person here. Even the 9-year-old is wearing a tie.
Oh, yeah, it just looks dapper.
There's a 9-year-old in the front row.
Oh, man. That's like a joke. That's like a setup. Like, hey, go do stand up in this room, and then behind the scenes, there's people filming you. We're going to put a 9-year-old in the front row. That's like a death sentence.
What do they think you are, Jim Gaffigan?
Right, exactly right, yeah.
I mean, and I've done clean comedy before. I don't think I've ever done this amount of clean comedy.
It's probably good to work that muscle.
It was extremely good. A lot of innuendo.
Oh, right. Yeah,
he liked McNuggets. I liked nuggets.
Right,
all the innuendo, all the Orlando jokes as possible. But there is one person who I really need to thank, and that's Anna Eskamani.
Oh, the politician.
The politician. She was in the room, and I cannot describe to you how perfect of an audience member she was.
She saw they're selling MAGA hats?
So there's a moment, one of the bigger laughs out of the night was I'm talking about how my girl's way out of my league. She's a 10. I'm a 5, give or take 5. And as soon as I go out and say she's a 10, I'm a 5, Anna Eskamani laughs out loud. and little to,
that was a favorable estimate on your part.
Yeah, like I nailed it. Right?
Or she's laughing at the absurdity that you give yourself that much credit.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I don't know, and I don't even
Let's get her
care
on the phone.
because I'm just so happy that she laughed at that moment to give me something to play with by going, "Oh God, was that Anna Eskamani who just laughed at that?" And that was a really big laugh. She was amazing. The event was amazing, and also special shout out to Carlos for taking, He's the person who walks up on stage and goes, "Look up here. We're gonna do this stuff on the stage right now." So
yeah, we gotta make some money.
Got away with that one. A lot of people laughed. I got plenty of compliments.
That's
took
cool.
some photos afterwards. It was a special night of doing stand-up comedy for a special cause.
Well, that's cool.
What a lot of people don't realize is it's just a room full of people. You have a comic, he just tells you jokes, and everyone's very appreciative of it. It's a different audience, and Ross has kind of talked about this a lot, where it's different when you have people who are going to a comedy show as opposed to, we're going to a charity event and it's a dinner, and there's a comedian, because you have a lot of people talking to each other.
It's different when they spring a comedy show on you.
Right. A lot of crosstalk, and so to get everyone to kind of get on the same page and go for the ride, it could be a challenge at times. That's why the audience, but I hear Angelique Martinez said her husband Brody was, I think, the laugh leader at their table, on your behalf.
Listen, any of those Genesis laughs, the laughs that broke the bubble for other people to laugh, they were the MVP.
For sure.
Laugh. I like it.
Well, that's cool, man. I'm glad you guys had
Yeah.
a good time, raised some money for a good cause.
We did.
Mustard Seed's awesome. You know, we have had a relationship with those guys 20-plus years, and we'll continue to do so. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. We have a lot of things to talk about today, plus a lot of guests and stuff. Americans... well, there's something that's happened to Americans that you don't want to have happen. We want to know if roads can be racist and how you may be able to get a PS5. It's depending on your phone carrier, and I'll tell you exactly what phone carrier that is a little bit later. Deb, what's coming up for news?
Well, we've got SpaceX saying its Falcon 9 rocket launch is still on track from the Space Coast. Veterans, heads up, I'm going to tell you about many discounts and freebies that are being offered for you tomorrow for Veterans Day. And a recent study is ranking the NFL fan bases most likely to start a fight.
Hell yeah.
We'll cover that
Philly.
and a whole lot more coming up during
Philly.
Woke News.
And happy birthday, Marines. The U.S. Marine Corps'
Yes.
birthday is today. Happy
Hoorah.
birthday, Marines. All you guys who served out there, thank you very much. Part
Semper
of the Corps.
Fi,
That's
my
right.
brother and my sister-in-law, both former Marines.
All right, 407-916-1041. Back with Deb's News and more of the Jim Colbert Show right after this.
Auto renewing every month for the whopping fee of nothing. Just tell your smart speaker to play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center. Car crash? Call Clausman Law.
Traffic is bumper to bumper now eastbound on I-4 between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535. It's also solid westbound between Sand Lake Road and Central Florida Parkway, and also between World Drive and Osceola Popeline Road. We're seeing delays as well between Parr Street and Colonial Drive. Earlier problems south on 417 between John Young Parkway and I-Drive have been cleared out of the way. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Spectrum Business. Spectrum Business offers the best value on internet and phone. 200 megabit per second internet and business phone for only $69.98 per month. Switch today and get 1 month free. Yes, free. See for yourself at spectrum.com/business. Spectrum Business. Restrictions apply.
Man, your home is one of your largest and most important assets. It shelters your family after all. You know, a beautiful new fence from our friends over at Mossy Oak Fence is a great way to add appeal and value to your home. Also a great way to provide more security and safety for your family, your kids, and your pets. And the fact is, over at Mossy Oak Fence, your family's safety and security is their number one priority. Do what I did, man. Do what a lot of my friends have done. Get with Mossy Oak Fencing and let these guys get you a quote. It's easy. Just go to mossyoakfences.com. And as always, let the Mossy family protect your family today.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by RC Hill Mitsubishi, Highway 1792 in DeLand.
At Navy Federal Credit Union, we want to say thank you in a slightly different way this Veterans Day. So, instead of us delivering the message, we thought you might want to hear it from your friends and family.
Wishing a happy Veterans Day to Oscar Roncal Jr., retired logistics specialist, chief petty officer. We're grateful for your service, Dad.
I'm wishing my very good friend, Commander Chris Brusca, a very happy Veterans Day.
And from all of us here, happy Veterans Day. Your service inspires ours. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Insured by NCUA.
International Diamond Center's most anticipated sale of the year is this weekend, Friday through Sunday. A 3-day, $60 million event. Extra savings plus 36 months, zero interest financing. The year's best prices on all rings, earrings, bands, bracelets, fashion jewelry, even GIA certified diamonds. Friday through Sunday at IDC.
Take your identity into your own hands with the help of Privacy Guard. Privacy Guard is an identity monitoring service that can help you maintain control over your credit and identity information. Check your Triple Bureau credit scores each month. View identity theft alerts, and you're just a tap away from a dedicated identity theft specialist. The Privacy Guard app is free to members, so enroll on the app or at privacyguard.com/today. Plans are just $1 for the first 14 days, then as low as $9.99 a month, and they automatically renew monthly until canceled.
Find out just how much you can save on your monthly mortgage payments at rpfunding.com. I'm Robert Palmer, and I want to help you save thousands by refinancing your home loan and letting me pay your closing costs. Rates this low can't last forever, so lock in today. NMLS 70168, Equal Housing.
To build a better tomorrow, we're making a bold new energy commitment to transform the energy grid, preventing thousands of outages, to add more renewables and advanced technologies like solar and wind as we drive toward net zero carbon, all while keeping the energy you depend on reliable and affordable. We're Duke Energy, and we're building a smarter energy future for you.
Paid for by Duke Energy shareholders.
Panera believes in saying yes,
Yes to clean, fresh ingredients. Yes to the new chicken sausage and pepperoni flatbread topped with rich mozzarella. Yes to delicious mac and cheese. Yes to putting it on a sandwich, creating the grilled mac and cheese sandwich. And yes to impromptu road trips to Sandwich, Illinois. Because that's living life to the flavor fullest. Get $1 delivery when you order on our app. Panera. Live your yes. Pricing and product availability may vary. Visit PaneraBread.com.
O'Reilly. When you need auto parts, O'ReillyAuto.com is just a few clicks away. We offer convenient options for you to get your parts quickly. Order online and pick up for free at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts store. We'll even bring it out curbside. Or you can have your parts delivered right to your door with free shipping on most orders over $35. Visit O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
You work hard, so you deserve the good things in life, like getting an amazing deal on awesome internet. That's why there's never been a better time to switch to Xfinity. Get the fast and reliable internet you deserve for $20 a month for 12 months with a 1-year contract. And for the first time ever, ask how to get 12 times the speed for the same internet price when you add Xfinity Mobile. Just imagine, faster downloads, more streaming, the possibilities are endless. That's more speed and you'll save hundreds over AT&T. Plus, ask how to get an eligible 5G phone on us. And for a limited time, $300 back. So what are you waiting for? Sign up now because you deserve awesome internet. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay. Ends 11/15/21. Restrictions applied. New performance starter internet 50 megabits per second customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Compares monthly service charge for Xfinity 600 megabits per second and AT&T 500 megabits per second, each with one unlimited mobile line for a year as of 10/6/21. Reduced speeds after 20 gigabytes of mobile usage.
iHeartRadio's 2022 Podcast Award nominees are waiting for you to start your binge.
The iHeartRadio Podcast of the Year award goes to...
Tap play on Podcast of the Year nominees like Stuff You Should Know and Smartless. Check out true crime podcast nominees like Dr. Death and To Live and Die in LA. The best comedy podcasts, best news podcasts, and over 20 other categories featuring the best of the best. Open the free iHeart app and tap podcasts to start binging today. iHeart. Discover music, radio, and podcasts you'll love.
Trust the leaders. FAS Windows and Doors. Go to FASWD.com.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch at The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. Text us 770-301. Welcome back. I am Jim. Jack and Ross are right over there. Let's get a check of the news. Here's Deb.
And now, it's time for Woke News. It seems like kind of a misuse of the whole world. On the Jim Colbert Show.
Woke News brought to you by Home Loans Radio with that mortgage guy, Don. I just started in radio, but I promise I'm going to get better at this. He's also host of the Home Loans Radio Show. All right, Governor Ron DeSantis wants to give Florida's nearly 177,000 teachers and principals $1,000 bonuses for a second year in a row.
Good for him.
Yeah. DeSantis made the announcement during a visit to the Jacksonville Classical Academy Charter School. The governor said other priorities for the next fiscal year include boosting teachers' salaries, increasing per-student funding, one of the areas that Florida consistently ranks among the lowest states in the country, mental health, school safety, and workforce development. DeSantis says millions will also be included to eliminate the Florida Standards Assessments, replacing it with progress monitoring tools.
Very good.
All right, SpaceX, despite what it looks like outside, says its Falcon 9 rocket and Crew Dragon capsule are looking good for tonight's launch from the Kennedy Space Center, just not as good as yesterday.
Right.
The mission carrying 4 astronauts to the International Space Station is set to blast off at 9:03 tonight. Now, forecasters say light showers are possible around the launch window, and the weather has dropped from 80% to 70% favorable for liftoff. The backup for the launch will be Thursday at 8:40 p.m. SpaceX's rocket will launch from Pad 39A at the Kennedy Space Center, and the Crew 3 flight will stay at the space station for a 6-month science mission.
Very nice.
Hopefully it's beyond more than just chili peppers.
Yeah,
But the chili peppers was a big deal because it was, again, grown in space.
Can they listen to other music, or is it just that?
It's pretty good choice.
Cranberries.
You got it. Oh.
Food joke.
All right, this is an absolute
Thanksgiving food joke.
Yeah, exactly. Good timing, Jimmy. Good timing.
Pearl Jam. Sorry. That's the best I got.
This is the kind of story that if you know or love anyone who likes to ride their bike, you can't help but be concerned about.
Okay.
An investigation is underway after a deadly hit-and-run crash in Orange County. Police say the crash happened on Orange Avenue, just north of Sand Lake Road. Troopers determined that the 32-year-old Orlando man had been struck by a vehicle. The victim was pronounced dead at the scene. Now, according to troopers, the man was traveling south on Orange Ave on his bicycle, which had lights that were on. And when you see the photos of this bike, this is a $3,000 mountain bike. This is not something pushed by a homeless person as a mode of transportation. This person was probably out for an early morning ride before getting ready for work. It's not known what type of vehicle struck the victim. But troopers say the front of the vehicle hit the back of the bicycle and then ran the man over.
Oh, my God, man.
And they cannot even tell you what time the crash happened because they believe it had been laying there for a few hours.
Damn.
Now, this is the part that makes this such a... the whole story itself is tragic, but reports say this is the 21st fatal hit and run in Orange County. Just in Orange County so far this year. I know we're in the last month or second to last month of the year, but that's compared to 8 hit-and-run crashes in all of last year.
Wow, man, that's crazy.
It's exponential. And
Jack,
so you're going
to
see...
terrified when you out riding.
Look at Larry Spillman from the newsroom rides his bike home in the dark after work.
I'm not. I'm just a little more concerned that my wife encourages me to go out every day.
Oh, yeah, I get that part.
Just tell her you're going to go riding in Castleberry.
Right. Don't forget your helmet.
Now, this is another crash story that at first I thought, okay, well, this was an accident. This was a terrible tragedy. And then when you read in deeper, you're like, what the F? An e-scooter rider is facing charges for a crash that led to a woman's death.
What?
St. Petersburg police arrested Tyler Brady yesterday for Thursday's crash that led to the death of 77-year-old Elvira Munatello. It happened Thursday when Munatello was on her bike.
Oh. When
the 22-year-old e-scooter rider hit her head on.
Damn.
That thing must have been fully charged.
Well, how could you not see that?
It's not that he couldn't see her. Police say Brady admitted to intentionally driving into her. He admitted to intentionally driving into a 77-year-old woman on her bicycle.
Did he go into that swinging? Like, I still don't... An e-scooter?
He hit her head on. She's 77-year-old, depending on how she hit when she hit the pavement. She's not expecting someone to hit her head on.
You don't have to fall hard at 77 for it to be life-threatening.
Exactly. For anyone.
Was it like an internet thing? Was it like some kind of challenge, or was he videoing it for some kind of like a TikTok video or something? Or was he just a douchebag?
Just a douchebag. A 22-year-old douchebag who is now charged with manslaughter by culpable negligence. Enjoy your time in prison, young man.
What a way!
Isn't that a story?
What a way to ruin your life!
Hey, kids, you're one mistake away from ruining your life.
Look at that, man. That guy's gonna be
What
done.
in the F were you thinking of running head on? Even if you're on it, probably because he's thinking it's just like you, Ross.
Yeah.
It's just an e-scooter. But we've learned recently with a fatal fight outside of like a sports bar recently where it was a young guy who's like in his 30s, but when he got punched and he fell and his head hit the curb a certain way, you're gone. So you don't have to be old for your head.
That's what happened to Bad Ronald too. Yeah.
So
I bet Grand Theft Auto 5. I'm just saying.
Okay. He's dropping video game jokes.
No, it's not a joke. But when you drive in that game and you start running people over,
it's extra points.
Here's the best thing. Jack has actual experience riding a bicycle that relates to the story, but instead he chose video game references.
I don't ride a scooter. I related to the last story.
Okay.
And what's even worse, Deb, you don't really get extra points. You just do it
because you can.
Because you can.
That's even worse,
It
dude.
is.
It is.
That's even worse.
That's what I'm saying.
All right. We broke this story yesterday when we got word that the person who had been arrested for setting fire to the Pulse nightclub memorial, and it turns out a survivor of that shooting is credited with helping police arrest the man who allegedly set fire to that temporary memorial to the victims.
Wow, a survivor?
Yeah, that's why I bring the story back up again today, because the Orlando Fire Department announced yesterday that Mark Henson was arrested for the fire on South Orange Ave. Now, Orlando Torres, who survived the 2016 shooting, says he set out to find the suspect after the One Pulse Foundation this weekend released the video of him in his wheelchair starting the blaze. Torres tells the Orlando Sentinel he saw the 64-year-old Henson yesterday and called police.
Wow, I was just out tooling around again, huh?
No, he went out looking for him.
Oh, he did? Okay.
He went out looking for him. He was going to go out and help police.
Couldn't have been that far away.
No.
I mean, he's in a wheelchair. I mean, I'm trying to be an ass, but he couldn't have been that far away. I guess he could have taken a van down there or something. But
I don't know.
I mean, you can't make a real quick getaway in a load-up van, right?
I thought the same thing with the damn scooter here, Jim, but
he still ended in a death. Or, I was surprised, too, that a survivor is the one really credited with helping find this guy. Okay, a now former Osceola County deputy is accused of helping a relative avoid capture. Kevin Encarnacion was arrested yesterday for being an accessory after the fact. Deputies said his cousin, who has since been arrested, was wanted for domestic violence last month, and Encarnacion told him how he could prevent getting arrested. Told him that, dude, when your phone rings, do not pick it up. It's the cops looking to arrest you. Don't give them a chance. He was suspended last month when the accusations came to light. He even tried to blame the victim, and he has since been fired after 4 years with the department.
Wow.
The sheriff in Osceola County is pissed, saying, here this guy is. This victim is calling us for help, and I have this guy in my uniform using my equipment telling the perpetrator how to avoid getting arrested for a crime.
Amazing.
All right, a Manatee County man is going to plead guilty to his high-profile role in the Capitol Hill riot. You'll remember this dude when I tell you. Parrish's Adam Johnson went viral after he was photographed in the Capitol smiling, carrying House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's lectern while waving to the camera.
Mm-hmm.
The 36-year-old is expected to enter his guilty plea in federal court November 22nd. In the most recent court filing, he's charged with entering and remaining in a restricted building.
There you go. What kind of time is he looking at for that?
I think it's
3 years, 2 years, a year?
Oh, no,
18
I don't
months?
think it's that long. I think it's 18 months,
18
maybe.
months? Yeah.
All right.
Just enough. Just enough, I think.
I know we started the show off talking about the Mustard Seed of Central Florida, the only furniture and clothing bank of its kind in the entire state of Florida, a very, very, very valued and loved institution here in Central Florida. But another one is opening its doors to help start the holiday season early. Give Kids the World Village is ready to be lit up for the holiday season. The Night of a Million Lights at the Village opens this weekend for a 52-night run.
That's nice.
The event, now in its second year, will become a winter wonderland. The resort also provides critically ill children and their families from around the world wish vacations at no cost. The pandemic really hurt their bottom line as well. So if you're looking to maybe get an early dose of holiday lights, consider Give Kids the World Village. You'll get a good time, and you'll help other kids be able to have a good time.
For sure. Do we know if Gaylord is doing the ice thing again this year? Is that back?
I think they're doing something different.
They are. They're doing it about the movie Elf.
Oh, really? Yeah.
It's So Much Christmas is what it's called.
Got it, yeah.
I'm thinking about putting my lights out early. Usually I do that weekend after Thanksgiving.
We should put them up early.
Bet I'm getting everything down because my son and I are going to Denver this weekend. I think my wife is doing it this weekend.
Yeah.
But we always save the lights and the ornaments, the ornaments until Thanksgiving dinner. Then the kids put all the ornaments on. We don't put the ornaments on. That's our little family tradition.
I think I'm stealing that.
Yeah.
Instead of putting the tree out after Thanksgiving, have it up for Thanksgiving and then make them work it as
you bet your ass.
I'm cleaning the turkey fryer.
As you're watching football,
as
don't
I'm
you mean?
hammering beers and watching football. I mean, like, y'all are doing a good job. Quiet down, though. Daddy can't hear the TV.
All right. Mike Tyson, here's our last Florida story before we take it national. Mike Tyson is sharing his life-changing experience
with pigeons.
The former boxing champion spoke recently at Wonderland, Miami to talk about how psychedelics improved his mental health.
Let's go.
The 55-year-old says he started using psychedelics 5 years ago, and it has helped him reach his highest potential.
Nice.
But was it medically supervised?
I'm sure it was. Tyson tells CBS 4 News his mind was blown away with psychedelics. Microdosing is one of the biggest new things.
They do, and it's not even that new. They've been doing it a while. They took like 30 years off because of the whole
War on drugs.
Exactly how they classified
Just
it.
say no.
But the medical benefits for especially PTSD,
anxiety, depression,
all of those things.
Yeah.
It's really fascinating.
It is.
I want to get on board.
I've got another
too.
story about that today.
Well, then,
another
come
thing
on
they've discovered.
now. Let's go. What are we doing this
Look,
weekend?
Ross.
And he wants the world to know.
That's it.
No,
It's-
that's perfect. You call me. We'll listen to some Trap City.
See, here's the thing. That's what the problem with Ross. We're all like, look, medicinally, this is perfect. It really free you.
yeah.
It really free you of PTSD and some anxiety. Ross is like, let's go party. Let's go. Like, it's not for that, buddy.
Probably
it's
not helping.
We're not trying to see Alice in Wonderland.
No, I'm not. I'm trying to have some memories with you guys.
I would like to see that smoking caterpillar. What do you have against a smoking caterpillar?
We have plenty of memories together. We don't need them altered to have it raining Smurfs.
Okay, Pop.
Well, yeah, what
Outta
is this
here.
little Father Christmas vibe you just gave me? We all have memories.
All right, let's lock ourselves into a heat tent and drink some absinthe then. We're going to get in there. Let's do it.
All right.
Oh, well, now, what up, U-turn McGee?
All right, this is a sad story. A 22-year-old victim of the deadly Astro World Festival in Houston is brain dead and on life support. Barty Shahani's family said Tuesday that she suffered multiple heart attacks. And they're trying to decide what to do next. That was another thing I had heard of, another 23-year-old victim who suffered multiple heart attacks from being pushed and crushed up against those gates. You can't expand your lungs, you can't breathe, and of course it causes a heart attack. Shahani was separated from her cousin when the crowd surged Friday night, leaving 8 dead during a performance by rapper Travis Scott, who, the latest story today, briefly attended an after party because he said he didn't know how severe it was from when he was on stage. Reportedly, as soon as he did learn of the deaths at the after party, he immediately left. Another victim, 9-year-old Ezra Blount, we talked about him yesterday, is in a medically induced coma after being trampled. Scott says he's devastated by what happened and has offered to pay for the funeral costs, but yet another lawsuit was filed just today.
Yeah, that ain't going to cover it, buddy. I mean, that's a nice offer, but I mean, they're coming for more than that.
And speaking of festivals, there are safety measures that have been put into place for this weekend's EDC taking place at Tinker Field here in Orlando, because every music festival, any festival where they're expecting large crowds, everyone is now hyper aware of having,
Is the light stick still a thing at the EDC? The Siloam light sticks and stuff, is that still a thing?
Yeah, I would say
Dr.
so.
Seuss hats, things like that?
Yeah, it's always fun attire.
Gotcha.
Like I said,
the little lollipop.
You get gloved, man. You got a guy who has.
I didn't know the glove.
You get people with gloves and they have lights at the end of their fingers.
We didn't have that in the 90s.
Make their fingers dance
in front of your face.
And it's worth the ticket.
Did you
price
get
alone?
Have you had started on the acid thing with us?
Are you? Have I what?
Are you holding?
Are you
right now?
Are you aciding right now?
I don't know, but this microphone tastes good.
All right.
All right, tomorrow is Veterans Day.
God.
And in honor of the men and women who've served and are serving our country, first of all, many, many thanks. Also, many restaurants and businesses are ready to serve you. Some of the national restaurant chains honoring veterans include Applebee's, Bob Evans, Buffalo Wild Wings, Chili's, CC's Pizza, Golden Corral, IHOP, Red Lobster, Red Robin.
They crushed that Golden Corral already.
Starbucks and Texas Roadhouse locations. My opinion is that a veteran or active duty military shouldn't have to pay for their breakfast, their lunch, or their dinner, or even an afternoon snack. But that's not all. Great Clips is offering free haircuts or a card for a future haircut to veterans and active military tomorrow. Military ID is required to receive those discounts.
Golden Corral got that double C fountain going, if you know what I mean. Chocolate and cheese. Just cheese rolling down all over my bread and whatnot. And chocolate, oh God. It's like playing in the Trevi of chocolate. It's dancing about and whatnot.
Finally.
Jack just mouth farted.
Jack just slid down a leather seat.
Jack just took off a latex bodysuit.
Someone forgot the powder.
Yeah, he just ripped one in a wetsuit.
And then just slowly leaks out your neck hole.
Jack just called a gator to mate.
If you suppress a laugh, it will come out your nose.
Yeah. He blew a 400-mile-an-hour booger into
Enjoy that tomorrow morning, guys. Finally, a recent study is ranking the NFL fan base as most likely to start a fight. Who do you all think? There you go, Jack.
Is it
right
really?
off
Was I right?
rip. Right
The
off
Eagles?
rip. The
They're
Philadelphia Eagles top the list.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Check him in hot.
For all of you Philly fans, you're all trash.
USBets.com reports Eagles fans were also most likely to win a fight.
I say, who comes in like in the top
It's
5?
practice.
Among the 32 fan bases after surveying fans and compiling data on weekly incidents in the stands. I'm thinking Buffalo Bills or something should have been on this list. Let's
Raiders?
see. Rounding out the top 5 for those likely to start a fight are, go ahead and give me your top 5 pick, Jimmy.
Raiders, Jags.
I don't sleep on Miami.
Steelers, Eagles.
I've been to Miami games where it was like, are we going to get out of here?
Okay, well, we've already covered
Cowboys.
the Eagles.
Yeah.
Okay. Damn, you're real close.
Giants. New York? No. New England.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Well,
Yeah.
no. The Boston people go to Foxborough.
Yeah, you guys got it, actually. Rounding out the top 5 for those likely to start a fight are the Raiders, Steelers, Patriots,
Pennsylvania's mad.
and Cowboys.
Wow,
Yeah.
really?
Yes.
Wow.
It's that sense of entitlement that they
Yeah,
have.
Now,
exactly it.
Which fans do you think were the most likely to stop a fight?
Oh, they just hug it out. I'm going Green Bay,
Out San Francisco.
Yeah, the 49ers.
Minnesota, San Francisco.
The nice, yeah,
Oh,
the
Kansas
Vikings.
City Chiefs. Yeah.
The Chiefs, maybe.
Kansas
yeah.
City, Midwest.
Oh, the Midwest one?
Yeah, Minnesota.
Seahawks fans.
Oh, yeah.
Seahawks.
yeah,
There
yeah,
you
yeah.
go.
Seahawks
Yeah.
fans
Have a coffee.
were found to be the most likely to
And a
stop a
fish.
Want
fight.
to play Xbox?
A coffee and a fish.
Guys, let's just hug it out and defund the police.
Are the hug cops here?
What was the name of their city that they're like, we're making our own thing?
What was that?
That was Portland, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's Oregon. It's a different state, but
Same
you're in
mentality.
the
It's the
right part of
Yeah,
the country.
exactly.
different state, but not the different state.
Yeah.
And now you all are officially woke, and Woke News is brought to you by Home Loans Radio with that mortgage guy, Don. If you're in the market to buy a home or refinance your home, you really couldn't work with anyone better than that mortgage guy, Don. He helped Chris and I buy our home a year ago in Mount Dora, and he was simply the best part of the home buying and moving process. He makes it so easy to do. He's so accessible and knowledgeable, but you don't have to just take my word for it. You can go to homeloansradio.com right now, click apply now, and get pre-approved today. And that's all you have to do. No time off work or sitting in traffic. Just go to homeloansradio.com.
Thanks, Deb. 407-916-1041. Americans are leading the pack again. I'll tell you in what next.
America.
Real radio is Real Music Weekends. Real Music Weekends, this weekend on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by attorney Mo DeWitt. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
Hey everybody, good Wednesday to you. Fox 35 Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Jamie King now. Fox 35 Storm Center. Want to update you Wednesday weather here in Central Florida. A little boost in cloud cover, partly cloudy skies, a boost in temps as well. Warmer high near 80 today with a couple afternoon showers popping around. Chance at 20% or less. Northeast winds at 5 to 10. Partly cloudy, evening shower chance tonight at 20% or less. Light easterly breezes at around 5. For tomorrow, cold front approaches, moisture increasing. So naturally rain chance comes up to about 40%, mainly after 12 p.m. A warm high tomorrow at 81. We'll see that again Friday at 81 with the front finally coming through Saturday with temperatures dropping into the low mid-70s for high Saturday under breezy winds. For Fox 35, I'm Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Jamie King. Take care.
This report is sponsored by Walt Disney World.jobs.
Walt Disney World Resort is hiring full-time and part-time roles. Earn hiring bonuses of $1,000 for housekeeping and steward and $1,500 for cook one and chef assistant. Pay rates range from $15 to $20 per hour. Apply at WaltDisneyWorld.jobs.
Man, if you wear contact lenses or glasses, you certainly understand the difficulties of some of life's just simple daily activities. If you're tired of your glasses fogging up or maybe your contact lenses irritating your eyes, laser vision correction could be the solution for you. And even better, you can use your Flex and Health Savings Account funds to pay for that vision correction procedure. Get clear vision today and regain freedom in your daily life with the help of the Filatowski Eye Institute. You know, my son and my father-in-law had this surgery, and it was a game changer for them. My father-in-law didn't stop smiling for a month. These guys are the leaders, and they can help you out as well. Schedule your consultation today. Simply text 1041 to 868686. Again, it's very easy. Just simply text 1041 to 868686 for the Filatowski Eye Institute.
Spectrum Business is proud to support small businesses with the best internet and phone services at the best value. But we want to do more. So now, for a limited time, get 1 month of services for free. That's right, 1 month on us. Get 200 megabit per second internet and business phone, and even TV, all free for 1 month, plus free installation. Call 855-757-4544 or visit spectrum.com/business today. Restrictions apply.
Wow, that's a seriously massive pickup.
12 inches of lift.
Seriously, that's high.
My insurance isn't. With AAA, I saved over $800 on both home and auto together.
Seriously? Insurance through AAA?
Seriously. My AAA agent helped make sure I have the right home and auto coverage. Get in. We'll take a spin.
I'm seriously going to need a ladder.
The home and auto insurance bundle through AAA. Serious coverage. Serious savings. Learn more at AAA.com/seriously. Discounts and savings opportunities subject to eligibility. Savings amounts may vary. Insurance underwritten by Auto Club Insurance Company of Florida.
My crusade for the perfect pizza crust has led me here, pining over a backyard wood-fired oven. But how do I bake this build into my budget? Where can I get some solid guidance on my finances? Who can help me understand if I have the dough for this?
A little financial advice. At Regions, we know that's important because your Life Green checking account comes with Greenprint, financial planning with a banker who will help you create a personal budget and live in the moment. Make your appointment at regions.com/greenprint. Regions Bank, member FDIC.
McDonald's fries are so crispy and golden on the outside, yet so fluffy and warm on the inside, the only question is what to pair them with. A classic McDouble topped with a single slice of melty American cheese, or maybe a crispy McChicken served on a perfectly toasted bun. Every day, you can drive through and choose one to bundle with small fries for just $3.39. Whether you eat them first or save them for later, fries always come in a McDonald's bundle for $3.39. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
Getting a job at McDonald's means getting a job combo that fits you, like flexible scheduling with a side of working close to home, or feeling appreciated with a side of hours that work for you. So what's your job combo? Apply today at careers.mcdonalds.com. Get the right mix of great pay and great benefits, like employee meals and paid time off. Full-time positions are available too. Jobs you apply for may be in a restaurant owned by a franchisee, not McDonald's. Franchisees are responsible for all employment at their restaurants.
The holidays are a time to hit the road. If number one on your road trip ready checklist is change the oil, head to Advance Auto Parts for a full synthetic oil change bundle. Get 5 quarts of Mobil 1, Castrol, Valvoline, or Pennzoil motor oil, plus a qualifying premium oil filter for $37.99. And if you choose a qualifying Mobil 1 bundle, you also get a free Arctic travel mug. Great holiday road trips start at Advance Auto Parts and participating CarQuest locations. See store for details.
I'm Brenda Connor, identity theft victim.
No, I'm Brenda Connor.
Too bad it's hard to tell which Brenda is real.
That's what you think. I've got LifeLock to monitor my info and alert me to potential identity threats. And if I become a victim, they help fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions at all businesses, but LifeLock can help protect what's mine. How about that, Brenda? Thought so.
Join LifeLock by Norton and save up to 25% off your first year at LifeLock.com with promo code NEWS.
Don't wait to put an end to junk sleep. Shop Mattress Firm's Black Friday sale and wake up a better you. Save up to $500 when you get a king bed for the price of a queen or a queen for a twin. Plus, get a free adjustable base with qualifying Sealy purchase up to a $499 value. Or shop Tempur-Pedic, the most highly recommended bed in America, and get a $300 instant gift good towards sleep accessories. Unjunk your sleep, only at Mattress Firm. Offer valid with qualifying purchase. Restrictions apply. See details at mattressfirm.com.
Attention Medicare beneficiaries. The time is now to join Solis Health Plans because Solis has the benefits you're looking for. Benefits with relief for the day-to-day, like $35 a month on a Healthy Foods gift card. Plans with zero copays on everything. Up to $1,200 a year in quality OTC products. Best of all is that Solis is truly local. We're neighbors, and neighbors help one another. Join Solis Health Plans today. 1-833-33-SOLIS. Solis Health Plans. Amazing healthcare just around the corner.
Well, hello, Winn-Dixie. And hello to one tasty Thanksgiving feast free with all our rewards points. The golden brown turkey, the perfectly seasoned stuffing, the fresh veggies. It's all so rewarding. Exactly. Your refined palate misses nothing, my twin. I propose a toast to free groceries. Enjoy the most rewarding time of the year. Winn-Dixie. It's a win-win.
Terms apply. See store or WinDixie.com for details.
This year full of real radio is brought to you by Clausman Law. Car crash? Call Glenn Clausman. ClausmanLaw.com.
Twitter. It's not just for dragging people. It's mostly real radio just for dragging people. 1041. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.1.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Be careful out there. A little rain coming through Orlando, making the roads wet. Just slow down, take it easy.
It's just enough to aggravate you because it's enough to make you go, do I have to put on my windshield wipers?
Turn us up. We got you fine. Turn us up. Slow down. Everything's fine.
Chill out.
I'll have another keyword for you here in about 10 minutes or so, top of the hour. Be sure to text that to 200-200 for your shot to win. I know the Monsters had another winner today.
Yeah.
They did. Breezy from Mount Dora.
Very nice. It's like 3 for those guys are killing it. So again, 200-200 when you hear it. We'll do that in about 10 minutes or so. And don't forget, we do have Animal House at the top of the hour as well. Cora Burcham joins us today from the Save the Manatee Club. There's some dire needs for the manatees. We'll find out what we can do there. Welcome back. I am Jim. Deb, Jack, and Ross are here as well. By the way, that thing that people are texting in about that veterans get from our buddy Mike Busey over at the Sausage Castle.
Yes.
If you've heard about that, I don't think that's happening this year. I think that ended a few years back.
No, I believe it is.
Is it happening this year?
Yeah.
I tried to look for it online. I didn't see anything. And
what are you guys thinking of?
They have no problem advertising it. So
fabricating military ID cards?
Yeah, no.
If you go to the Sausage Castle Instagram,
it's there.
You see the individual who's like, I'm doing it.
Yeah. So I mean, performing services for veterans that maybe are a little abnormal, or normal in a normal. I don't know. How do you say that?
It's abnormal in the sense that the person who's doing it, if you look at the video, she comes out and says like, and it's my 30th anniversary.
Oh man. All right, good for her. 407-916-1041. That would be a unique gift take from somebody. It would be kind of weird. I told you guys that Americans were leading yet again. What do you think that is? Not necessarily good. But at the end of 2021, as we approach the end of the year, they are compiling numbers from October to October. What have Americans done better than anybody?
Suicide.
Not suicide.
It's not work.
Is it DUI?
It's not DUIs. All these are valid guesses, by the way. Not depression.
Fat.
Not fat.
Ooh, fighting.
Not fighting.
Biting seductively?
This could actually kind of linger for a while when you do this. It could linger around for a while. Maybe
farting.
Drinking. No, I already said that.
Americans are in more debt than ever right now.
Oh.
Yeah, Americans in more debt than ever. Between July and September, U.S. household debt climbed a new record $15.424 trillion, an increase of 1.9% or $286 billion from the second quarter of the year.
That's not good.
What do you think's happening?
Everything's getting more expensive.
Well, that's part of it, Ross. That really is.
Year and a half or whatever, maybe being unemployed and having to put everything on credit cards.
Yeah, stimulus checks ended, and that money that they were using to pay for what the stimulus is paying for now is making its way to the credit cards. That's why it's in the second part of the year. The credit card balances rose by $17 billion. It has gone up, and everything within inflation is even worse. Mortgages are the largest component of household debt, of course, rose by $230 billion last quarter and totaled $2.67 trillion. Auto loans, and student loan balances rising as well. Credit card debt yet to get back on pre-pandemic track because people, of course, still trying to figure out what they're going to be doing to make money. As the Great Resignation happened this year as well.
Yep.
People trying to refocus their work ethic and work job. That's happening now. We know that for a fact. Matter of fact, my buddy just texted me today, who was over, who sent me the story about the airport, the first plane landing. Mm-hmm. He was over at the port today. He's a cameraman for Channel 6, I believe. 9-6, yeah. And he was over at the port. He goes, man, there is hell's a popping at the port right now. So get ready. The big 5 cruise companies are lining up to bring their biggest ships.
Yeah.
All the shipping ports are opening back up. So it looks like it is about to start cracking here in Central Florida, especially on the coast with all that new money coming in and the infrastructure money coming in. A lot of jobs to be had out there in Florida and a lot of the states. Florida for sure, though. But, yeah, credit card debt reaching an all-time high, though. Crazy. Got to get that money down, man. I try to tell people all the time that's the most important thing. Try to just live with credit cards and use them to book trips and rental cars and stuff like that. Try to just not have them at all. I learned that lesson at a very young age. I was so proud and so happy. I got in a lot of debt, and it taught me a very important lesson. Try to pass that on to the kids. It worked with 2 of them. No, they're all doing good. All right, 407-916-1041. Take a little break. Animal House up next. Stay tuned.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center, the lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry.
Well, the Electric Daisy Carnival is going on, so expect road closures on Anderson Street, Church Street, Rio Grande Avenue, and South Street. Avoid these areas. Eastbound travel on I-4 still a very slow ride between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535. We're seeing heavy traffic westbound on I-4 between Sand Lake Road and Central Florida Parkway as well. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Nomi Health. Nomi Health is now providing same-day COVID-19 testing in Orlando. Quick and convenient drive-through testing is available with no out-of-pocket cost. To register and find the site near you, visit nomihealth.com/FL. That's nomihealth.com/FL. Get tested today with Nomi Health.
Time for a new bathroom. You know it. Everybody knows that it's time to get that old, rusty, terrible pink, mauve, green, gold bathroom out of there. You've had it since the 70s. It's time to go. It's like an unwanted guest. Rebath can help you with that. This is a national company, by the way, guys, not a chuck in the truck company that's going to take your deposit and then disappear for weeks. And then when the job's done, you never hear from them again. These guys not only do incredible work, they bring you incredible products, and they believe in it so much they give you a lifetime guarantee on the products and the install. And here's the other great thing. It's only going to take them a few days to get the job done, not months and months. No nightmare stories here. Just beautiful bathrooms. Bathroom remodeling is all they do. That's entire focus, from a simple shower and tub enclosure all the way up to a full-blown bathroom demo and remodel. No one size fits all. They're all custom bathrooms, and you can actually see the products up in Altamont, 436, across from Kobe. That's where their showroom is. Put your hands on these products, man. You can feel the quality there, and these are name brands. I mean, they're not putting in junk. It's name brand stuff. Log on at rebathmidfla.com. Look at those before and afters, man. Simply amazing stuff. That can happen for you. Book your appointment today. It's rebathmidfla.com.
Home. Sure, it's your furniture, electronics, and appliances, but at Conn's Home Plus, we know it's that plus a whole lot more. We call it living the plus life. That means a huge selection of top brands for every room in your home. Plus, finding the best deals on in-stock products with next-day delivery options. And personalized financing, that's a huge plus. This weekend, start living the plus life with our 2-day pre-Black Friday deals throughout the store. Only at Conn's Home Plus. Open in Orlando, Orange City, and Ocala.
I am the great American race. Part hallowed ground, part campground. A fans start your season weekend that never ends. I am a history book written in rubber, signed by Smug, and engraved in metal. I am the Daytona 500. I am NASCAR. The Daytona 500, February 20th. Secure your seats now at Daytona500.com.
Look at the shower. You see a problem?
I know what the problem is.
What do you see?
Low water pressure.
It's a dribble.
It's more than a dribble.
And what's it say on my shampoo bottle?
Rinse and repeat.
How can I rinse and repeat when I can't even rinse in the first place?
Well,
we are calling Repipe Specialists.
I'll go call a
Stop.
plumber.
No plumbers and pay twice as much? We're going to fix it now by getting Repipe Specialists to repipe the whole house.
You're right.
Oh, look. Someone forgot to flush.
I did not. No,
That's
don't.
another reason. Leaks. I'm tired of leaks.
Got leaks or low water pressure? Want to prevent
prevent future problems? In 1 to 2 days, Repipe specialists can repipe your whole house with new copper piping or PEX tubing for about half the price of a plumber. No more leaks, no more dribbles, and you get a lifetime warranty. Call 407-449-8973 for a free in-home estimate. Plus, pay no money down and no payments or interest for a year. That's 407-449-8973. Call today, 407-449-8973, or visit repipe.com.
At Navy Federal Credit Union, we want to say thank you in a slightly different way this Veterans Day. So, instead of us delivering the message, we thought you might want to hear it from your friends and family.
Wishing a happy Veterans Day to Oscar Roncal Jr., retired logistics specialist chief petty officer. We're grateful for your service, Dad.
I'm wishing my very good friend, Commander Chris Brusca, a very happy Veterans Day.
And from all of us here, happy Veterans Day. Your service inspires ours. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Insured by NCUA.
Hi there, I'm Mia. I'm Air.
Your air?
Yeah, I just got out of the lungs of someone smoking a cheap little cigar outside a bodega. Oh, it was so smoky in there. And where there's smoke, there's
fire.
Cancer.
Oh.
Yeah, little cigars might taste sweet, but they still kill. I'm supposed to be helping people, not unhelping them.
You mean hurting?
Oh yeah, sorry. I'm a bit of an airhead.
Little cigars are just as dangerous as regular cigarettes. Find out how to quit today at tobaccofreeflorida.com.
Care has the power to bring kindness where it's needed. It brings out the best in every one of us. It doesn't just see people, it takes time to understand them. It puts the needs of others ahead of its own. And when you start with care, you end up with a very different kind of bank. Truist. Truist Bank, member FDIC.
You've taken allergy meds for years. Are they helping? Congestion, drainage, still there, and that sniffle just doesn't stop. The Cleveland Clinic says common allergy pills are associated with depression, weight gain, even dementia. Do you really want to be taking those for years on end? Aspire Allergy and Sinus helps thousands with treatment that actually works, not drugs that never solve the problem. Say goodbye to allergies for good at Aspire. Call 844-MY-RELIEF. That's 844-MY-RELIEF.
When life-changing events happen, it's important to have somebody there to take the burden off of your shoulders. At those moments, Kramer Law is there for you. If you were involved in a divorce or you're having a dispute with your ex, Kramer Law will be there to take care of you every step of the way. Life-changing events happen. Having a lawyer on your side is the smart move. No matter what the legal issue, we're here for you. Kramer Law, onefirmforlife.com. Office is Altamont Springs.
Mills Air and Business since 1992 here in Central Florida. That's over 29 years. They're not going anywhere. Carrier Factory authorized dealers. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Preventive maintenance on all brands, and that saves you money and can detect upcoming breakdowns. Go to millsair.com.
T-Mobile for Business supports small business owners during their busiest time of year. Switch now and we'll pay off your phone up to $1,000. You keep your phone and your number. Plus, get $200 in Facebook ads on us so you can reach more customers and finish this year strong. Visit your T-Mobile store and make the switch today. Up to $1,000 via virtual prepaid card for eligible device payoff. Allow 15 days. Qualifying credit service port-in and timely redemption required. No cash access on card and expires in 6 months. Details at T-Mobile.com. Ads via virtual prepaid card when you port in a line with 2 plus more lines or 3 existing lines.
Dunkin' is here with your holiday helpers. Take on the season with a holiday classic like a peppermint mocha signature latte or a rich and creamy toasted white chocolate signature latte. Bold, smooth Dunkin' espresso and holiday flavors come together. Classic notes of mocha balanced with cooling peppermint or flavors of white chocolate topped with caramel and cinnamon sugar for a touch of holiday magic that will help you seize the season. Sip through the holidays with signature lattes from Dunkin'. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer. Exclusions apply.
It's Magic Time, Orlando. Be at Amway Center to see your Orlando Magic battle the Brooklyn Nets on Wednesday, November 10th. You won't want to miss a moment of the action. Buy your tickets today at OrlandoMagic.com and get ready to witness Magic together.
Trust the leaders. FAS Windows and Doors. Go to FASWD.com.
Broadcasting live from the personal injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studio. Car accidents, other injuries, call pound 546 from your cell or visit whenyouneedus.com. You're listening to WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere with the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Text the nationwide keyword PAY, P-A-Y, PAY, to the number 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's pay to the number 200-200. Good luck.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch at The Jim Colbert Show on.
All right, guys, your 4 o'clock keyword is pay, P-A-Y. Text that to 200-200 for your shot to win that $1,000. Again, it's pay. Good luck. We want to see you win for sure. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show here on Real Radio. I'm Jim. Jack and Ross are right over there. Deb has Animal House.
She likes them fuzzy, furry, feathery, tough, and scaly. It's time for Animal House with Deborah Roberts.
Animal House is generously brought to you each and every week by personal injury attorney Glenn Klausman of Klausman Law. We'll tell you how to get in touch with Glenn at the end of this segment. But first, join your hands together, gentlemen, and help me bring back Cora Burcham
There
from
you
Save
go.
the Manatee Club.
There you go.
Yay.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Cora, how you doing? Uh-oh.
The stare says she is not getting it.
Yeah, she can't hear us. Hey, Cora, can you hear us? All right.
Cora, you there?
Yes, I am.
Yay! Technology. How you doing, Cora?
I'm good. Good. How are you guys?
Yeah, good. Listen, thank you again. I know you're in a class up until 4 o'clock usually on this date, but you asked your professor to get out early so you could join us for Animal House, and we really appreciate it. I know November is Manatee Awareness Month, and unfortunately, the news for us here in Florida isn't good. Can you give us the latest numbers on the number of manatee deaths, the record-breaking numbers we're seeing so far?
Yeah, unfortunately, this year we've seen 988 manatees that died this year, which is obviously it's an all-time high, and we're almost at 1,000 manatees, which that's really scary. And unfortunately, now we're going into winter, so that can get even worse. So it's not been a good year for these guys, but we're trying to do what we can.
Hey, Cora, why is winter worse?
Well, that's because right now it's getting colder and manatees are migrating back to their warm water sites. So although they look really, blubbery and fat, they only have like an inch of fat layer. So they're migrating to these warm water sites to stay warm. And a lot of times there is not enough food available near these warm water sites. So they basically have to make a choice. Am I going to stay here and be warm? Or do I go out there and try to find food somewhere where there's really no food close by? So unfortunately, a lot of these animals are going to try to decide to stay warm and then forego feeding, which that can result in more deaths and more, sick and injured manatees.
Are you telling me that manatees are not that fat? Did I hear that right?
Yes. That's exactly right. So it's kind of weird because, they look really fat and blubbery and just like this big, floating potato. But they actually only have like an inch of fat layer. So all their weight is basically really heavy bones and muscles. So although they look like they're really well insulated, they're really not. They have a super slow metabolism. And they can't stay warm. They're just real Floridians,
Real Floridians. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so manatees aren't fat; they're big boned.
Yeah.
Look at that.
So
absolutely,
like Jim.
I know state and federal officials have been talking about feeding with non-native seagrass or supplementing their diets, but they haven't made a decision yet. Do we know when they're going to? What the timeline is? Because while they're dragging their feet, at least that's how it appears to Floridians who are watching these numbers, we have to come up with a plan before wintertime or by wintertime. Is there any timeline you can share with us?
Yeah, absolutely. So that's a really big problem. I know that they're still evaluating and looking into what we can do. And I'm really scared. We're getting very close to this winter time and we don't really have a specific plan and a timeline in place. I really wish we would, but it's such a really big issue because under federal law, it's not allowed to feed manatees. That's so all these permits have to get into place to actually be allowed to even do that. So there's obviously, emergency ruling and all that kind of stuff that can happen. But then we need to look at, where are these animals? What do they look like? What kind of body condition are they in? Another issue with feeding manatees, these guys are eating up to 100 pounds of vegetation in a single day. So just, providing supplemental feeding for them it's a really big undertaking. So that's the main issue. And then, you don't even know if they would readily eat what you're trying to feed them. You would think the starving manatee, they're going to eat whatever, but rehabilitation has shown that if you rescue sick and injured manatee and you bring it into rehab, they don't necessarily start eating the lettuce and the kale and the cabbage and all the goodies that you give them. They don't know what that is. So they don't readily eat that. So the last thing we want to do is throw humongous quantities of additional vegetation and nutrients into these waterways for it to sit there and degrade, and manatees are not even touching it.
Yeah, God, that was going to be the stupid question I was going to ask. I mean, it'd be like one of those things like, hey, everybody just walk to the shore and throw in a head of lettuce, you know? I mean, but obviously it's not that simple.
No.
They don't take to it like that. I would have never guessed that either. I would think like most people would think, if you're hungry, you see something green, that's what you're used to eating. You start munching away, but apparently not like that at all.
Well, I know, Cora, it's not just the manatees that are, this is a horrible situation, but it's also affecting the businesses that charge tourists to go out and see dolphins and manatees. I was reading some reports recently of people asking for their money back, even though a lot of the captains, before they take off, will say, listen, we're having an unprecedented mortality event. The likelihood is you're not going to see any manatees, but people are still demanding their money back. And with international travel now finally reopened, that means we're going to have even more international travelers here. Do you think that might help put pressure on state and federal officials to act sooner rather than later to try and stem the tides of these numbers?
I definitely think it does. I mean, I feel every time that an issue reaches this economic level, and not just ecology and, biology level where, it's the tree huggers that want this, but it's actually affecting Florida's economy. And that's tourism, that's fishing. I mean, you're talking about polluted waterways. You're talking about the Indian River Lagoon, and the water quality is so bad that it's not just affecting manatees, it's affecting the fishing industry, it's affecting the tourism industry. Just like you said, I mean, people, they want to go out on tours, and they certainly don't want to see dead dolphins, dead sea turtles, and dead manatees, and they're not going to come to Florida to go and, on a vacation if they see, dead sea life. So I do think that's going to have a major impact. And the more, a variety of stakeholders it impacts, I think the more attention is being drawn to that problem.
We're talking to Cora Bertram. She is with the Save the Manatee Club. By the way, who started Save the Manatee Club?
Jimmy Buffett and former Florida Governor Bob Graham.
Did they really? I'll be damned.
There you go, Buffett.
How long have you, what motivated you to be a part of this, Cora? I mean, other than your
I
love
love
for
her story.
Other than the love for the animal itself, is there something else that kind of led you to do this?
Yeah, I think manatees are just this really fascinating creature. It's incredible how resilient they are, how resistant, how they're just evolving, and they're just, they're somehow able to survive in our, in today's world. And for me personally, I didn't even know what a manatee was until I think it was about 10 years ago when I first saw my very first manatee, which actually wasn't an actual manatee. It was actually a stuffed animal, like a plushie manatee that you buy. And that got me, that was like the first thing that I ever saw. And then I got involved into, making my own documentary about manatees, and then moving down here to volunteer and do contracting work with Save the Manatee Club. And now I'm helping, both with the research as well as the education, the outreach side of things. So they're fascinating creatures, and can do anything to protect them.
Well, thank you for coming, because you're originally from Germany?
Yes, that's where I grew up. And then I lived in New York for a long time before I moved down to Florida.
Well, what's the manatee of Germany? What's like one animal that we aren't aware of that's over in Germany?
Now you seriously put me on the spot, because I can't really think of like a native animal that's in Germany and that I don't see anywhere else. But
well, and how about one in Germany that's endangered?
That's a good question too.
Is it the sober male?
That's probably what it is. I don't know. I'm not really sure.
Well,
that's okay.
You're busy here working on the manatee. So is there anything you can
she's
share?
Trying to solve our problem.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
We're not worried about Germany's problems right now.
And because I'm very happy we had the discussion about the lettuce, because I'm one of those people who would think that would help, not thinking that the lettuce that isn't eaten ends up decomposing and becoming part of the very problem that we're trying to solve.
Yeah.
So, Cora, outside of that, is there anything other than supporting the Save the Manatee Club that you can maybe suggest to our listeners who feel kind of like myself, really helpless?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's definitely various things you can do. I mean, obviously supporting Save the Manatee Club, our work, and then in turn, the whole work of the Manatee Rescue and Rehabilitation Partnership, which we're a big part of, the MRP. If you donate to our emergency rescue fund, that money goes to help rescue, rehab, and release sick and injured manatees as part of that partnership. And that includes feeding those manatees too, because over 130 manatees this year were rescued. So in addition to all of the ones we hear about in the media that are dying, there's been over 100 that have been rescued. And those manatees, they need food, they need veterinary care. So a lot of those donations, instead of going out there and trying to take things into your own hand and throw a couple of, heads of lettuce in the water, you can definitely support that financially to get these animals back to health. And then the number one thing people can really do is, if you see a sick or injured manatee, report it to the FWC. There's a 24/7 hotline that people can call. So if you see an animal, that looks like something is wrong with it, we really want these animals reported, because a lot of times they're so far gone already that if you want to feed them, they're probably not even going to really eat. It's not really going to, restore their health. So you really need to get them rescued and into care.
Which is another really good point, to give the money to the biologists and to the researchers like yourselves who really know the best way to go forward and try to stem the tide. Cora, thank you as always for joining us. Hope you have a great rest of your day and weekend, and we promise the boys will never ask you what's endangered in Germany again.
I'm going to ask it.
Well, next time I research it beforehand.
No, get out of here. Well, thanks again, Cora. It's always good seeing you.
Thank you, Cora. Hopefully we'll have good news next time you're on. And again, Animal House is always brought to you by Glenn Klausman of Klausman Law. If you or someone you know and love have been in a car, truck, or even a motorcycle accident, here are 2 reasons why you need to call Klausman Law. 1, you're never going to get passed over to a caseworker. Glenn is going to personally handle your case, so much so that he's probably going to give you his personal cell phone number. Part of the reasons why he's voted legal elite and super lawyer year after year. He's an animal lover and a true friend of the show. So if you've been in an accident, give him a call at 407-917-1718 or check him out online at klausmanlaw.com. That's KLAUSMAN law.com.
Thanks, Deb. 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. New law being introduced into Florida. I'll tell you what that is next.
Great.
Orlando City SC will begin its Audi 2021 MLS Cup Playoffs campaign on Tuesday, November 23rd. Traveling to face Nashville SC. Coverage starts at 7:30 p.m. on our sister station, FM 96.9 The Game. Orlando City matches on Real Radio are brought to you by Mossy Oak Fence.
From the Klausman Law Traffic Center. Car crash? Call Klausman Law.
Heavy traffic continues westbound on I-4 at this hour between World Drive and Osceola Polkline Road. It's also slow between Sand Lake Road and Central Florida Parkway. We're seeing a stop-and-go ride, too, eastbound between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535. Southbound 417, a busy ride between Boggy Creek Road and Landstar Boulevard, as well as southbound 429 between Sinclair Road and I-4. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Nomi Health. Nomi Health is now providing same-day COVID-19 testing in Orlando. Quick and convenient drive-through testing is available with no out-of-pocket cost. To register and find the site near you, visit nomihealth.com/FL. That's nomihealth.com/FL. Get tested today with Nomi Health.
Fall is a great time for a beautiful new fence from our friends over at Mossy Oak Fence. You know, Mossy Oak will add appeal and value to your home, but really more importantly, give you that safety and security for your family, your kids, and your pets. Plus, Mossy Oak sets the standard for quality, giving you the best warranty in the business. And guys, we're talking premium quality custom fences built to last, exactly like the one they built for me and a number of my friends. And all you have to do is call or visit mossyoakfences.com. That's where your family safety and security is their number one priority. It's easy, guys. Start your relationship today at mossyoakfences.com.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by RC Hill Mitsubishi, Highway 1792 in DeLand.
Spectrum Business is proud to support small businesses with the best internet and phone services at the best value. But we want to do more. So now, for a limited time, get 1 month of services for free. That's right, 1 month on us. Get 200 megabit per second internet and business phone, and even TV, all free for 1 month, plus free installation. Call 855-757-4544 or visit spectrum.com/business today. Restrictions apply.
Need to turn your home equity into cash? This is Robert Palmer, and home values are at an all-time high. Smart homeowners are accessing home equity at today's low rates, but don't use your home equity to pay closing costs. Let me pay them instead. Visit rpfunding.com for details. NMLS 7168, Equal Housing.
International Diamond Center's most anticipated sale of the year is this weekend, Friday through Sunday. A 3-day, $60 million event. Extra savings plus 36 months, zero interest financing. The year's best prices on all rings, earrings, bands, bracelets, fashion jewelry, even GIA certified diamonds. Friday through Sunday at IDC.
Sip and save at Circle K with our new drink subscription. Enjoy one coffee or fountain drink every day for only $5.99 a month. Sign up in-store or at CircleK.com. Circle K. Take it easy.
International Diamond Center's most anticipated sale of the year is this weekend, Friday through Sunday. A 3-day, $60 million event with extra savings store-wide. Plus 36 months, zero interest financing. Get that $2,000 Diamond Eternity Band and pay just $56 a month. Getting engaged, upgrading your diamond, looking for that perfect gift? You can't miss the year's best prices on all rings, earrings, bands, bracelets, and fashion jewelry. Even GIA certified diamonds are on sale. It's incredible. And it's this Friday through Sunday, only at International Diamond Center. All 4 Orlando locations. Unapproved credit.
Home. Sure, it's your furniture, electronics, and appliances, but at Cons Home Plus, we know it's that plus a whole lot more. We call it living the plus life, which means a huge selection of top brands for every room in your home. Plus, finding the best deals on in-stock products with next-day delivery options. And personalized financing, that's a huge plus. It's all about discovering life's added value. Living the plus life begins at Cons Home Plus, so what are you waiting for? It's Black Friday all month long, only at Cons Home Plus. Open in Orlando, Orange City, and Ocala.
Well, hello, Winn-Dixie. And hello to one tasty Thanksgiving feast, free with all our rewards points. The golden brown turkey, the perfectly seasoned stuffing, the fresh veggies, it's all so...
rewarding?
Exactly!
Your refined palate misses nothing, my twin.
I propose a toast to free groceries!
Enjoy the most rewarding time of the year. Winn-Dixie.
It's a win-win!
Terms apply. See store or WinnDixie.com for details.
Every morning starts with possibility. The possibility that in an instant, everything can change.
We begin with breaking news this morning.
Each hour.
Tracking that severe weather threat back to our west.
Each minute.
Crash causing some major delays, so a heads up.
Each detail becomes more important.
Orange County leaders are looking at a new plan.
Join Jason, Meredith, Kellyanne, and Jacqueline for WESH 2 News Sunrise. Weekdays starting at 4:30 a.m. Local, live, late breaking.
Only one show can bring us together.
Today, teens and parents.
Tamron Hall.
How do you speak in your space of truth?
I am my best self, mind, body, and spirit.
That just brings a smile to my face.
I was in physical anguish.
I don't know if I would dress up like this for a lot of people.
Right on.
Yes! Can we just take a moment here for a second?
Candid conversations that matter. The Tamron Hall Show.
Weekdays at 2 on WESH 2.
The holidays are a time to hit the road. If number one on your road trip ready checklist is change the oil, head to Advance Auto Parts for our full synthetic oil change bundle. Get 5 quarts of Mobil 1, Castrol, Valvoline, or Pennzoil motor oil, plus a qualifying premium oil filter for $37.99. And if you choose a qualifying Mobil 1 bundle, you also get a free Arctic travel mug. Great holiday road trips start at Advance Auto Parts and participating CarQuest locations. See store for details.
iHeartRadio's 2022 Podcast Award nominees are waiting for you to start your binge.
The iHeartRadio Podcast of the Year award goes to...
Tap play on Podcast of the Year nominees like Stuff You Should Know and Smartless. Check out true crime podcast nominees like Dr. Death and To Live and Die in LA. The best comedy podcasts, best news podcasts, and over 20 other categories featuring the best of the best. Open the free iHeart app and tap podcasts to start binging today. iHeart. Discover music, radio, and podcasts you'll love.
Trust the leaders. FAS Windows and Doors. Go to FASWD.com.
The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.1.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. I'm Jim. Deb is here. Jack.
Yeah, Mom Spaghetti, all right.
And Ross is here as well.
Mom Spaghetti. Mom Spaghetti.
I saw a neat thing on TikTok about Eminem. They were talking to Akon, the singer, right? Is the singer?
Yeah.
And I guess he was working with him in the studio, and he just kind of got into the game. And he got to the studio around like 4:45. He pulled up for a session, and I guess Eminem was supposed to be part of a session or whatever. And he walked into the studio and he goes, "Oh yeah, man, I can't wait to work with you." And he goes, "Yeah, man, I'll see you tomorrow." And he goes, "See you tomorrow?" It's like 4:45. He goes, "Yeah, man, I check in at 9. I'm out here at 5 o'clock." So when Eminem worked in the studio, he looks at it like a job when he was working as in the auto plants. He gets to work at 9 o'clock. He takes a lunch at 12 or 1. He's at lunch for an hour, just like as if he's working at the factory. And then he works until 5 o'clock in the studio. And no matter where they are in the song, he goes home. And then he comes back the next morning at 9 o'clock, and he treats it just like a job, like a 9 to 5.
That's cool.
All right. It's unique because usually it's like all-nighters in the studio. 407-916-1041. Okay, so when we were going to break, I was telling you guys some new legislation is looking to get introduced. Have you guys heard it?
No.
Yeah, and we saw this coming. We knew this was going to. We actually spoke to the attorney who told us it was pretty much down the road.
Mom Spaghetti.
Maya Makano is now looking at having some legislation introduced in her name. The family wants the lawmakers to file legislation in their daughter's name and make sure that this tragedy sparks some change. And, of course, what they're doing is they're trying to file legislation that would make it more difficult or make it make the parameters more strict when it comes to apartment complexes, managing their employees, managing the passes and entry ability of getting into people's apartments, the security of those apartments.
It's kind of like what you've said before, Jimmy. I think they're asking kind of like something similar to two-factor verification before getting into your email. Right. Some pretty common sense stuff. Like a manager has to sign off on an employee entering someone's apartment, and
it would be easier for me to get into an apartment than get a Coinbase app.
Yeah.
Or account, because I tried to do that the other day, and that's like you have to send them your driver's license, a spot of blood, a fecal sample, a fingernail, clipping, a lock of hair, some saliva.
Okay, Mr. Exaggeration.
Well,
here's
that's where
the deal.
the hair is going to really screw you up.
$20 in Japanese money.
You have to send them an eyelash.
I have hair, Ross.
Well, not
the funniest,
Just snatch one out of my beard.
Oh, damn, that was good. Because I did mine yesterday with plenty of hair to spare, but I realized, I was listening to the news on the way home, and they were talking about Robinhood and the data breach, and they said, well, they got emails, and we don't think anyone else, Social Security numbers were fine. And then they said banking info. And I thought about, it's like you're connecting these apps to your bank account.
You basically are.
Yeah. So
or an account. You create a separate account to do that with.
Right. So you can either have that or you can do it your PayPal account. And then I figured, with PayPal, I probably would have had an extra layer of protection.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What they want to do here, though, is they want to make sure that there are policies and procedures that are in place to mandate how people have access to other individuals' apartments. They also want stronger background checks for employees at apartment complexes and advance notices before any employee can enter an apartment. I think we pretty much ran that exactly down.
Yeah.
The instant this story dropped, I'm like, those should be the minimums. And you're right. I mean, my metaphor of it should be as hard to get into somebody's apartment as an employee as it is to get into your damn email account.
And here's the other issue with it, too, because the Orange County Sheriff's Office has released a couple of more reports this week. One to say that they, despite the family's concerns, they do not believe that anyone other than Armando Caballero was involved with Mia's disappearance and death. But they also talked about the fact that her father had made it so that you couldn't open her first floor bedroom window more than 4 to 6 inches.
He put one of those guards on there.
And yet when the deputies came in on the day after her disappearance, they found that the window could be easily pushed open and entered into the room. So the problem with this guy being the maintenance man at the apartment complex, you don't know how many times he went into Mia's apartment if he took that window guard down before that day or after that day.
Because he could have sabotaged the window during a normal like a normal visit to the apartment to fix a thermostat or a plumbing or whatever, take out that, unlock the window, and then enter that way. That way his card doesn't read as entering the room. But I don't know if that would happen. But they're also starting a foundation, hopefully, to provide funds for people who have also dealt with this. Linda Stewart of Orlando is behind it as well. It's getting bipartisan support, and it looks like it's going to pass or at least get introduced.
What are the details on how they're going to prevent like the maintenance people from accessing
Of course, it doesn't say that. And I think what they're trying to do, Jack, is create the law so that the protocol starts after the fact. I'm sure that apartment complexes are already beginning that.
Yeah.
I don't really know what that is. My thing would be like this, and I know these seem so ridiculous, but in their simplicity, they work. I mean, remember getting the old gas station key?
Mm-hmm.
Right,
One key.
You had to go up to the front desk and say, "Hey, I need to go to the bathroom. Give me the key." The key would be attached to something really big or whatever,
like a brick.
And the only way you get into the bathroom is getting the key to the guy, and then you bring it back to the guy or whatever, and there you go. You go to the bathroom. I'm like, man, if that's that simple at a stupid gas station with an outdoor bathroom, how much more difficult could it be to have like a two-person authentication or authentication so that 2 or 3 or 4 more people, whatever, know that somebody has access or a log that launches that day. Here are the apartments we're trying to access today. These are the ones we have clearance from. We contacted this person. She said we could get access from 10 until 1. She's not going to be there, blah, 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 blah. You know, whatever the case may be. But I mean, something. I mean, not just random access by any Joe that winds up working there for 3 months.
But also, beyond that, I think also just requiring to have one of those flip locks like you do at any hotel.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, because if you are in the apartment, all you have to do is flip that over, and the door will not be open more than 4 inches.
Right. You know, in this thing that I hear about, well, the apartment's got to get in there to do their thing or whatever, or, you know, what if somebody's in there hurt? Well, if they're in there hurt, break the door down. That's what you would do anyway. Break the damn thing down. That's what you do. You know, put the battering ram on it, break the thing in there, and go get them. I mean, if they were in there just passed out and you didn't have the access, get them.
Not to mention that, you know, because apartment dwellers are really kind of held back. They can't use the Ring doorbell camera. You can't do any kind of construction like that. There's a certain mount that you can get that will allow you to use those doorbell Ring cameras. So you could use it without damaging the door.
My daughter I moved her into a new apartment, and a couple of the people on her floor have Ring doorbells in an apartment.
That's kind of odd.
Yeah.
But
it is because it's generally not allowed.
Now, I have to ask, though, because usually those run by two sources. Either you can hardwire them where the doorbell normally would be and use that power source.
Yes.
Or you can run it solar, where there's like a little pad, and that's how we ran ours for years. It was
a battery.
It was just another camera. It wasn't necessarily a Ring thing, but we used it to, and it was like a little solar pad, and it never ran out. And, you know, it was very effective. The guys at Safe Touch do this all the time.
Yeah, I'm not sure how they handle that, because in an apartment situation, typically you don't have a doorbell.
Right.
So for mine at home, I just took the doorbell off, the wires were there, and I just wired up the new one, and I was good to go. But in an apartment setting, typically you don't have those same doorbell wires running to the door.
Yeah, it's weird because you wouldn't set up a camera. I mean, you wouldn't set up a surveillance inside of an apartment, I wouldn't think. Maybe, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, just like a lot of security systems do have the ability to record outside your home, inside your home.
They do have reverse eye peeper cameras as well, right? Where you can put it over the eye thing, and it will record whoever's out there as if you were looking through it.
Because to me, that's the most disconcerting part. You don't know how often he was in there rifling through her clothing.
Right, yeah.
Sniffing. That's a
You
thought.
don't?
Taking things away, taking pictures.
But you would think that-
smelling her pillow, sabotaging the things that her father did to protect his 19-year-old daughter.
So, I mean, you would think, though, I mean, isn't that system supposed to record every time those master keys are used? Like, it should show entry, master key entry. Like, there should be a recording or a downloadable drive where you can at least kind of download what the activity of that particular lock has been.
Unfortunately, I think that would come after the fact. They would see maybe how often he did it, and maybe it would, I mean, if he did.
They don't use electronic locks in apartments, right? It's still a hard key, isn't it?
And it varies. So you have one where it's just a regular doorknob, regular key that you can get copied at at Ace Hardware. and you could get a key copy there.
Right.
Or then you have some where it's the more like a hotel and it's that electronic pass. They have numerical pads where you can change it, so it varies. Smart technology, obviously your higher end locks are going to be have more flexibility to be more secure, to do it with maybe Bluetooth and a phone app being able to open your door, just like you can do with your cars now. However, when you are looking at apartment complexes, when they are trying to mitigate, safety with their costs, and you are looking at a few hundred units, and you're getting to a few $100s for each lock, it's a considerable expense. And they're always looking at the expense.
They're always. But, even those high-tech locks that Jack was just talking about didn't mean anything in Sasha Samsudin's case. She was the young woman who had left the Orlando City match, had gone home, thought she forgot her keys to her apartment, asked the security guard to walk her to her car, then walk her back to her apartment to make sure she got home okay. Well, he spent like the hour after dropping her off online figuring out how to bypass her lock, which was a keypad.
Oh, wow. Well,
and that's how he was able to gain entry into her apartment. And he was the security guard that she asked to walk her to her car.
We have two of those. We've had two of those those keypad deadbolts, and we absolutely have loved both of ours. I mean, they work like a dream. And the cool thing about those is this. Like, I can, if we have somebody coming over to do work, or we have somebody comes and cleans the house once a month, like, top to bottom cleans the house, I can give her a code that only lasts for that time period that she says she's going to be there.
Oh, that's good.
Like between 12 and 2. And if she doesn't enter the code between 12 and 2, the code's dead. It doesn't work anymore. And we can do that with a number of codes. So if we have people coming into the house, and when we're going to be not going to be there, we don't have to give them a key or anything. We just give them that simple code, and then it only works for an hour, and then after that it doesn't work anymore.
Oh, I like that a lot.
I mean, even if the person in the house shuts the door behind them and they don't remember and they don't get everything they need done, they cannot get back into the house unless we issue them another code.
Now, how did you get those keypads?
You can just get them at any of the big box stores. Ace Hardware carries them.
Really?
Yeah, Tools carries them. I mean, you can go in there, and the cool thing is they're easy to program. The batteries last for 4 or 5 months. It gives you a warning when it's bad, and then you have a 5-digit code you plug in, and it lets you in. And I'm telling you, man, we absolutely love ours. I actually wanted to take the one from Baldwin Park out to the woods, but it was part of the deal. I had to leave it there and buy a new one. But Jack's right. I mean, they're kind of expensive. You can get different models. But you can expect to pay a couple $100s for a good one,
right?
Where the deadbolt's real solid, and if you feel safe. But they're super easy to install and even easier to program. But yeah, I hope this law passes, because I would like to see a little bit more rigid rules when it comes to the apartment complex. I think they play loose a lot, and they've gotten lucky for many, many years. And of course, that complacency is what leads to tragedy. Is when you think, oh, we're good,
right?
Like Travis Scott, I've done 1 million of these concerts, we're fine,
right? Exactly.
The next thing 8 people are dead. I mean, it's just that again, it's just complacency of having it go well for a very long time and not prepping for when it crashes.
No, I was just letting you know you have a call. But Travis Scott's a weird example, because back in 2017, I think,
2015 even, I think, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's other instances of his shows going southward. You had a paralyzed fan, walks into a concert, loses his ability to walk. Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah, not good, man. All right, 407-916-1041. Hey, Susan, how you doing? Welcome to the show.
Hi, guys. I listen to you every single day. Love, love, love the show.
Thank you.
I had a response concerning the security thing. I live in a condo by myself. And, of course, everyone has the keys, the HOA and that. And I had an issue about somebody coming in unannounced and basically trespassing. I was not home. I went on Amazon. There is a small, they're really tiny too, cameras, and it's through Ring. I cannot have a Ring as far as a doorbell, because I live on the beach and it will rust out right away. So it won't work. But these small cameras, you can put them on the ceiling, on a sidewall. You can set them on a counter, and you just plug them in. You get the Ring app, which is free, and it tells me right away when someone comes in. I see live views. It records it. recording is to keep the recordings. It's like $30 a year.
Right, yeah.
I love this thing. As soon as it goes off on my phone, right away, someone walks in, I see who it is.
Yeah, that's cool. You know, I'm not trying to, Safe Touch does that, but it also hooks up to your alarm. So not only does it give you the video, it sends it to you. It also can alert the cops that somebody's in there they're not supposed to be. That's why we talk about that all so much, and that sounds great. And I know that product is very popular, but the problem with that product is it only gives you video, and it doesn't really help you when there's an absolute issue. And that's why we promote Safe Touch, because it does. It actually hooks and integrates into your alarm system so that it can help you out that way as well.
I kind of just want to have a camera, and is it bad for me to think that I don't really care if it works or not?
Oh, you mean? But that happens all the time. The people sell dummy. There are security companies been selling dummy cameras for years.
Yeah, it's like the Scarecrow.
Yeah, you basically put it up there in a corner, and you put the battery in it, and the battery is just to run the red light.
Yeah, baby.
The indicator light that there's something happening. They also sell signs like, this is protected by, but it's really not. You know?
I don't buy the sign.
Yeah, it's not good.
If I'm a criminal, I'm looking at the sign. I might call you out on your bluff here.
You may run a bluff on them?
Yeah, but if you got a camera with the red light, I'm not touching it.
Yeah, it's a little much.
You know, it's the human version of the owl on top of a store.
It is, really.
Yeah.
All right, 407-916-1041. We were talking earlier about the microdosing.
All right.
New technology is offering another opportunity for illicit drugs to come into play and help out long term. I'll tell you exactly what that is next.
Roz.
You know you can always text us, unless you're driving, at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. And we've got about 3 more days of this warm weather with highs in the low 80s before a cold front sweeps through on Saturday, knocking temperatures back into the low 70s for highs for Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, lows in the 40s and 50s. Overnight, the low 68. For the day tomorrow, Veterans Day, the high 81, but generally cloudy and a 40% chance for some downpours, especially late day. There could even be a thunder shower. For the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Amtrak. Get back to visiting new and exciting places across the U.S. on Amtrak. It isn't just about the destination, it's about the journey. Without busy airports or cramped car rides, with no middle seats, extra legroom, and even private rooms. Book now at Amtrak.com. Adventurous journeys, just an Amtrak away.
Solar panels, put them on my roof. 2013, I have saved over $10,000 on my energy bills. My bills are lower each and every month. I look forward to getting my power bill to see how much I'm saving each month. And it's fantastic. You can reduce your carbon footprint and start saving money each and every month too. Go to SolarSource.com. How many power bills are you going to pay before you go to SolarSource.com? I know you've been thinking about it. It's a great way because, A, you're reducing your carbon footprint, right? You're using less electricity from the power company, and you're still hooked up to them. Yeah, and, when you're making more power than you're using, guess what? That goes back to the power company, and they're giving you the same amount per kilowatt that you buy it from them. It's a great setup, and Solar Source can explain it all. You can trust them because they've been doing it the longest in Central Florida. I'm talking 1984. Since then, they've installed over 60,000 solar systems. I see them popping up more and more. I notice that on my bike rides, more and more solar panels on more and more roofs using the sun to make electricity for our homes. Why wait? Give them a call today. You could go to their website and do a free savings estimate. It's SolarSource.com. When you talk to them, tell them Jack from Real Radio sent you. Again, it's SolarSource.com for that free savings estimate today. When it comes to power, trust the source. Solar Source.
The unstoppable spirit lives inside all of us. For Matt and Lisa Kuhn, it's fueled by family. Working together to make vehicles more useful for their community, they've become leaders in last-mile transportation. That's why First Horizon is proud to celebrate unstoppable spirits like Matt and Lisa. From the first stop to the final destination, we use our understanding to keep our clients headed toward success. Visit firsthorizon.com/unstoppable to learn how unstoppable starts here.
Look, staying healthy isn't easy. Watching your diet, hitting the gym, avoiding stress. But a good night's rest helps boost your overall health and wellness. And it couldn't be easier. The Sleep Number 360 Smart Bed effortlessly adjusts in response to both of you. The result? You wake up ready for anything. Proven quality sleep is life-changing sleep. Don't miss our weekend special. Save $1,000 on the Sleep Number 360 Special Edition Smart Bed, plus free premium delivery when you add a base. Ends Monday. To learn more, go to sleepnumber.com.
We all want to support our community and small businesses, protect the environment and our kids' future, and above all, help others when they need it. That's why every day our energy goes into delivering reliable, cleaner, affordable energy. The energy that promises a better tomorrow with new jobs and opportunities and helps everyone move forward together. We're Duke Energy, and we're building a smarter energy future for you.
Paid for by Duke Energy shareholders.
Hey, Orlando. Now you can get treated for everything from chest pains to ankle sprains at a third of the cost and half the time of an average ER visit. Say hello to a better emergency care experience. Say hello to GuideWell Emergency Doctors. Operated by Crucial Care, time is based on the American College of Emergency Physicians. Cost comparison based on 2016 actuarial analysis of hospital-based ER visits.
The semi-annual sale everyone waits for is here this weekend at International Diamond Center. Get extra savings store-wide, lowest prices all year, plus 36-month zero-interest financing. And it's like double the selection with all the industry's top designers here with their entire collection. Everything on sale. It's a 3-day, $60 million event. Lowest prices before the holidays, including over 1,000 new diamonds purchased just for this event. This Friday, Saturday, and Sunday only at IDC. All 4 Orlando locations. On approved credit.
When I met you in the summer.
It's time to live, laugh, and create memories again with MSC Cruises. Join us on some of the world's most modern and innovative ships. Discover again at our new private island, Ocean Key MSC Marine Reserve, named Best New Cruise Destination. Cruise from Miami or Port Canaveral and discover Ocean Key, our new exclusive private island. Enjoy flexible booking changes and free balcony upgrades. Call your travel advisor or visit msccruises.com. Restrictions apply. MSC Cruises, a world of discovery.
I am the great American race. Part hallowed ground, part campground. A fan start your season weekend that never ends. I am a history book written in rubber, signed by Smoke, and engraved in metal. I am the Daytona 500. I am NASCAR. The Daytona 500, February 20th. Secure your seats now at Daytona500.com.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by...
That's the Frank Gay way.
Get social with us. Real Radio 1041 on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. This is The Jim Colbert Show. Also available on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. Just search The Jim Colbert Show.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Text us at 77031. Coming up at the 5 o'clock hour, not only will have a brand new keyword for you at the top of the hour, Scott Maxwell calling at 5:20 and 6:20 today, Chase Padgett.
Ooh.
Ross's brother calls us to talk about his appearance on Alter Ego tonight.
Can't wait.
A little bit later this evening. Also probably discuss Kathy Padge.
A little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit.
All right, 407-910. Have you talked to him much since he's been out there doing the thing?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? Staying in touch?
I talked to my brother way more than maybe I should.
Really?
Yeah.
Has that always been the case? Or is it just when he got on TV?
Okay, there's two questions
all
there.
of it. Yeah, what he said, too.
You drowned him out with your unnecessary question. What was the question?
Oh, now if you're going to be rude about it, I'm not going to repeat it.
Checkmate.
You don't sound like a nightmare to live with.
Which one?
Both of them, actually. Jesus.
I am a killer guy to live with.
Are you really?
That talks to his brother way too much.
So
Yeah.
tell me, have you guys always spoken a lot, or is it just now that he's gotten the show?
We've
that
always
just
talked
always
a
been
lot.
there?
Yeah.
A couple times, 3 times a week?
El Cafadonte. Not sometimes more than that.
Really? I do not have that. My sister and I text occasionally. Do you talk to your brothers or your sisters a lot?
Not a lot. There is a group text that
Just a long-running one?
Yes, that kind of goes on where I had to just turn off notifications to because it was just like a little too much for me.
Right, yeah.
But I can see it and then I can chime in when I want. But
did you have one or more of your sisters you got along with better than the others? Is it just the ones that were closer to you in age, or did you have
typically,
five,
yes,
five
yeah,
or six total?
6 sisters.
Oh, right.
Yes, but I get along with all of them, but they're all like wildly different. And there's there's 2 groups. There's the older conservative ones and the more liberal young ones.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
So there's a subtext.
Which ones do you get along with better, though? Because here's the thing. Besides the politics, though, you probably have more in common with the older people simply because of the mentality of getting a little bit older than you do the younger people.
Well, there's only one younger than me.
Oh, that's right, yeah, I
right?
forgot,
So
yeah.
the rest are all older than me anyway.
Right, yeah.
But I'm the only brother, so I kind of get, I'm welcomed in all groups.
Yeah, I don't have. I mean, but do you find yourself talking to one more than the other 6 or the other 5, or is there one you have more in common with?
No, yeah. What you said that
Careful.
I'm thinking it's. I have a really good relationship with all of them. Some of them I communicate more with, but
Ever butt heads with anyone specifically? Just simply because
only around election time.
I'm sure that's a common theme here in the old listening audience.
But yeah, I would say that I talk to my brother, arguably too much. We've had 6 out of 7 out of 7 days a week before. I talked to him today. Talked to him yesterday.
What would even clarify too much? Like
we got to go do something.
Well, does your fiance say you talk to your brother too much?
No.
Or spend too much time on the phone with your brother?
No.
Well, then I think it's fine. It doesn't interfere with your life.
No, it's just.
But there are
It
relationships
adds
like
to your
that.
life, yeah. I wish I talked to my brother more often.
See, and I don't. Again, my sister and I, through my mom's, passing and all that stuff, spoke and contacted more than anything. And as soon as my mom passed, it kind of went right back to the same thing where we just didn't talk much. We didn't have a lot in common growing up.
I'll always call him for like advice.
Yeah.
It's a lot of times. It's not just me going like, "Hey, let's catch up." It's like, what do I do here?
Right.
Is it heavy 60 minutes dry, or is it like bulky items?
Is his word the one you trust the most in your life? Like if you were asking for advice from somebody, would your brother's advice be like the last stop for you?
I guess.
Or Jim. Like if it was advice between Jim and your brother, who carries more weight? Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. I don't know if you know another Jim that knows more about life than me. A lot of them do.
I'm gonna go with Chase.
You
I'm gonna
go with
with
Chase?
my brother. However,
Bad choice. Terrible choice.
Check this out.
Terrible choice.
I said however.
Okay, I'm waiting.
I do weigh your advice quite heavier than I ever thought I would have.
Okay. You don't have to wait at all. I do not care.
No,
I'm just saying. I mean, if you ask me for help or my opinion on something, I'll give it to you. You don't have to take it. It doesn't hurt my feelings.
No, and
you can be dumb.
That's the thing. And then it's on me to whether or not push shy or respect it and go, all right, he's onto something. That then I'm the person who has to determine. But I have always weighed your opinion about, especially things within my life personally, quite heavier than any. It's like, oh god, this is gonna get mushy here, Jim.
God, don't do it.
It's yeah, well, you asked for it.
You did, Jim.
I did not
You
either.
asked for it.
I simply asked a simple question,
And now you're getting it, so
It's
be
like
quiet.
Olivia means a lot. Her opinion is always like, I've always said she's 98% right, and I am 2% right.
Like the milk?
Out of 100 times, she is correct 98% of the time.
Most guys who like sex say that same thing.
And like the 2% of the times that I've been right, was the pool.
It's like 2%. 2% was one thing. I love
That's
it.
a big 2% though.
Yeah.
And then my brother, and then honestly, it would probably be you.
Really?
I think you got
I should not
third.
have that. I should not have that big of a place in your life, buddy. You should find somebody else. There's
Well-
got to be a bar owner out there that's better.
No, I mean, I would say it's yeah, it would have to be you guys.
I appreciate that. Well, we spend a lot of time together.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's in this business I've seen a little bit, so I can pass that on. In life, I don't know how much I could help you out because you and I have had a completely different upbringing and whatnot.
Yeah.
And we're 20 years apart in age.
But I think that's the reason why,
Yeah, maybe so.
I look at people who are older than me and simply put, they know more than me, especially about like the more important things that we just call existence and life.
It's an interesting question though, Deb, because you're actually, well, you and Jack are both a bit of a mystery. Outside of your mom and your fiance, who would what advice when you look at somebody in your life that gives you advice and you pay attention to it? Who is that person?
My two best friends and my brother.
Yeah.
I mean,
and it's so funny because you said you don't really have you don't talk to your brother much, but yet his opinion still has that much value.
So much so that I had told Chris that when he was getting ready to ask me to marry him, that he needed to go and ask my brother.
Damn.
Because my brother is the head of our family. It's the Three Musketeers,
Wow.
which I'm told I'm not allowed to say anymore.
Okay.
Why? Just because both my brother's wife and Chris are like, we're here now, so you guys aren't alone.
Right,
you guys
right.
aren't just the Three
I
Musketeers
get that.
anymore. You
guys are in sync. There's
You
five
you
of you.
have we're in sync. So in that sense, and he did, and so my brother's opinion means the world to me.
Is your brother? I mean, does he have sage advice though, or is he one of these guys? It's just because of his position you have to listen to him. Then you just
No,
gotta step up
he's
to the
younger
side?
than me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's 2.5 years younger than me. But
baby.
but like Ross, we grew up kids of a single parent and fiercely protective. My brother, before he became a Marine, happy birthday Marine Corps, by the way, hoorah, Semper Fi, used to point me out on the playground and say, if you keep messing with me, she's going to come over here and beat your
Oh,
ass.
scratch your eyes out like an old witch.
He knew every day on the school bus, he would walk from the front of the school bus to the back of the school bus and give me a kiss.
Yeah, my brother ain't fighting for me though.
no, your brother ain't throwing hands for nobody, buddy.
My brother would to this day, and I would for him.
Jack, Jack is the interesting one here because you have sisters. Not saying because I know you have some very successful sisters.
Oh, yeah.
Do you lean on them? Like, I mean, when you want life advice, you and I talk a little bit. We've known each other a long time.
Sure.
But I mean, when you come for that life advice where you really need a solid answer, who is it?
Yeah, well, and family aside, I've narrowed it down to 3 in no particular order.
In case they're listening. Poor Jack. Poor Jack.
Jim Colbert, Jim Phillips, and the texting service.
I know who leads that one. I know who leads that one. That's great. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Who do you lean on for your good advice, man? I thought, here's the thing with your parents, it's always kind of biased, right? It's always going to be like, kind of soft towards you. Parents have a very difficult time dealing those hard edge. Hey, you need to do this. I know it's going to be hard, but you got to do this. Sometimes they do.
But ultimately, parents are looking out for your best interest. You don't have to question their perspective.
Yeah, maybe so.
And their bias. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. I do.
I was going to say, Ross.
Yeah, never mind.
Ross scared to chime in?
Oh, yeah, I had a rough gig, and I was trying to open up to my mom recently, and I told her about the gig, and she was like, yeah, comedy's so hard these days because of all the PC people. And I was like, no, Mom, I just really didn't have it. Yeah, sure. I'm sure you couldn't say that one word. Oh, my God.
I think your mom is an ultimate ride or die, buddy. I think your mom would get you and Chase's back till the very end.
Yeah.
Yeah, she would. Come on.
No, she would have our back.
Kathy Padge would kill anybody that got near you. Mama Bear.
And here's the thing. My brother wouldn't fight for me, and I don't think I would fight for my brother.
Come on. You got to say that. You can't say that.
I don't believe
you
that.
You got to get back to back.
I don't believe
back.
that.
Well, the
like
reason
Bruce
why
Lee movies
he's
and
got
fight your way out. You and John Saxon.
First of all, if Chase got into a fight, my first response would be like, well, what'd you do, you dumbass? Well, maybe you deserved it.
She only hit you twice. All right, 407-916-1041. Back with more of the Jim Colbert Show right after this.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center. Car crash? Call Klausman Law.
Eastbound I-4 solid right between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535. It's also busy westbound between Sand Lake Road and Central Florida Parkway, as well as between Osceola Parkway and 429. 429 solid northbound between Colonial Drive and Plant Street, as well as southbound between Sinclair Road and I-4. Southbound 417 also busy between Boggy Creek Road and Landstar Boulevard. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Amtrak. Get back to visiting new and exciting places across the U.S. on Amtrak. It isn't just about the destination, it's about the journey. Without busy airports or cramped car rides, with no middle seats, extra legroom, and even private rooms. Book now at Amtrak.com. Adventurous journeys, just an Amtrak away.
Man, here in Central Florida, it is absolutely vital that your AC works perfectly every time. That is why I use the guys over at Mills Air, because that's what they do. They keep my AC running all along. And in Florida, it can be any moment. You can be 75 one day, it's going to be 90 the next. That's why that preventive maintenance plan is so important. They've been doing it for 29 years now, keeping you nice and cool. Their techs know all the brands. Don't even worry about what kind of AC you have. Not to mention, Mills Air is a Carrier factory authorized dealers, getting you up to $1,275 in rebates towards that brand new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier, and certainly turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. Call and schedule your appointment today, man. You'll love these guys. 407-277-1159. Online, it's easy. MillsAir.com.
Every morning starts with possibility. The possibility that in an instant, everything can change.
We begin with breaking news this morning.
Each hour.
Tracking that severe weather threat back to our west.
Each minute.
Crash causing some major delays, so a heads up.
Each detail becomes more important.
Orange County leaders are looking at a new plan.
Join Jason, Meredith, Kellyanne, and Jacqueline for WESH 2 News Sunrise. Weekdays starting at 4:30 a.m. Local, live, late breaking.
Only one show can bring us together.
Today, teens and parents.
Tamron Hall.
How do you speak in your space of truth?
I am my best self, mind, body, and spirit.
That just brings a smile to my face.
I was in physical anguish.
I don't know if I would dress up like this for a lot of people.
Right on.
Yes! Can we just take a moment here for a second?
Candid conversations that matter. The Tamron Hall Show.
Weekdays at 2 on WESH 2.
Man, let me tell you something. When it comes to your home, your windows and doors can make a gigantic impact on how your home feels, and more importantly, how efficient it is. Everybody knows those single pane aluminum frame windows are terrible. They just absolutely give your money away. You might as well stand there at the front door and just hand it out to strangers. But with FAS, they seal them up with those double insulated vinyl windows that make your AC work less, make it last longer, make your house feel amazing and worth more money, and even safer as well. They can do that with your doors too. All you have to do is drop by their showroom, Fairbanks and I-4, super easy to find. And when you see these windows and the different styles, man, you're going to be amazed. Their installers will put them in perfectly. They'll do that with your doors as well. Hop on board, pick yours out, and have them installed. It's easy. FASWD.com.
At 7-Eleven, we have fresh coffee, hot or iced, 24/7. It even comes with a guarantee. If it's not fresh, it's free. That's right. You get delicious fresh coffee, backed by the full faith and credit of 7-Eleven. Pretty confident for a convenience store. 7-Eleven. Take it to 11. Offer ends 1/4/22. Participating stores. Refund must be at store of purchase. See 7eleven.com for terms.
Gibson Truck World's expert team of sales and service staff will show you why we have been the pioneer of used trucks since 1995. With our 1-year bumper-to-bumper warranty valid across the entire United States, our exclusive 15-day exchange policy, and our $1,000 best price guarantee, it's easy to see why we're the #1 used truck dealership in all of Florida. Please call, visit, or explore our website today to see for yourself why we are the king of trucks.
Take your identity into your own hands with the help of Privacy Guard. Privacy Guard is an identity monitoring service that can help you maintain control over your credit and identity information. Check your Triple Bureau credit scores each month, view identity theft alerts, and you're just a tap away from a dedicated identity theft specialist. The Privacy Guard app is free to members, so enroll on the app or at privacyguard.com/today. Plans are just $1 for the first 14 days, then as low as $9.99 a month, and they automatically renew monthly until canceled.
Attention Medicare beneficiaries. When choosing a health plan, everything's important. Like knowing that when I go to my doctor visits, whether primary or specialist, I don't have a copay.
That's peace of mind. Solis Health Plans gives me that. Also, knowing that with Solis, I have the benefit of obtaining up to $1,200 per year in OTC products. That's a relief. Yes, with Solis Health Plans, you get up to $1,200 a year in OTC products, brand name products, real quality. Solis also has the benefits you're looking for: transportation to doctor visits, hearing, vision, dental, and much more, like mental health programs to address the indirect effects of COVID-19. It's time for you to become a member so that you can have the peace of mind of knowing that with Solis, you're with a health plan that truly responds because they're local. Call now and join a local health plan that makes a difference at 1-833-33-SOLIS. 1-833-33-SOLIS. Solis Health Plans. Amazing healthcare just around the corner.
If you've been involved in a car accident and are not sure of your legal options, call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733 and take back control of your life.
Office in Orlando.
This month, Wawa Free Coffee Tuesdays are all about you. That's right, you. Wawa wants to thank you for being you with any size hot or handcrafted iced coffee. All you have to do is sign up for Wawa Rewards. And with a free Wawa coffee in hand on Tuesdays, you can continue to be the most awesome version of you can be. Free Coffee Tuesdays for rewards members. Good mornings start at Wawa. It's time for Smooth Morning Hacks with Marvin.
To save time in the morning, brush your teeth in the shower.
Or you could just wake up to your favorites at Wawa. From fresh coffee to delicious baked goods to savory sizzlies, Wawa has the things to ensure your morning goes smoothly. And right now, you can get any Sizzly breakfast sandwich or Sizzly burrito, now just 2 for $4. Good mornings start at Wawa.
Thinking about divorce? Kramer Law. OneFirmForLife.com. Offices Altamont Springs.
Broadcasting live from the personal injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studio. Car accidents, other injuries? Call pound 546 from your cell or visit whenyouneedus.com. You're listening to WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere with the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Text the nationwide keyword BILLS, 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 to the number 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's BILLS, to the number 200-200. Good luck.
The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. Your 5 o'clock keyword is BILLS, B-I-L-L-S. Figure out is what is the best way to take care of PTSD, an ongoing problem. And of course, they believe coming out of this pandemic, there's going to be a lot more cases of PTSD as things start to kind of normalize, which we see happening now. A year from now, you may see a lot of cases of these the first responders finally, as they decompress, looking back on what they saw, start to kind of expect that. And by the way, we already know that's happening with nurses and doctors now.
Yep.
We're hearing cases of it over and over. Once they decompress, once they start kind of flashing back to every family that had to say bye to a parent or grandparent or a child through a window.
Or FaceTime.
All of those things, right? I mean, over and over every day, it has an effect on you, right? So what drug do you think that what we're talking about here? Because what they're saying is they're given 3 doses of this a day in conjunction with other therapies and stuff over a period of 18 weeks, right? And they're doing it against placebos and other drugs as well to see which one is more effective at reducing the outcome or the symptoms of PTSD. What drug do you think we're talking about firstly?
MDMA, Molly.
Nailed it right off the bat.